Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for another BBL live stream. I don't know when the live stream started in terms of if you guys could see me jumping back onto my seat to try and make it here in time. But this one, it's going to be an exciting one. The Adelaide Strikers taking on the Sydney Sixers, the runner-up of last year's competition. Of course, the Perth Scorchers able to take themselves out the victory. It's always a close game when these two sides play. And looking through at the starting lineup, looks like it's going to be a very interesting one indeed. Now, you will notice that we've got a slightly different setup. I might have a few guests along the way for this live stream. Looking through, first of all, at the Adelaide Strikers, they will be batting first. There's going to be Jake Weatherald, Matt Short, Chris Lynn, the newly appointed Chris Lynn. He is going to be there as the number 3 batsman. Adam Hose, Colin de Gronholm, the Kiwi, and also Thomas Kelly, Harry Nielsen is going to be behind the stumps. Rashid Khan, Wes Agar, Henry Thornton, and Peter Siddle, who is the captain. Now, this man has been playing for a very long time, Peter Siddle, but he never seems to slow down. So I think it's going to be a very interesting performance from him. He's probably going to take like 3 or 4 wickets, as Peter Siddle normally does. Looking through at the Sixers lineup, it will be Josh Phillippe, Curtis Patterson, James Vince, Moses Henriques as the captain, Jordan Silk, Dan Christian, Hayden Kerr, Sean Abbott, Ben DeWarsha, Stephen O'Keefe, and then also, I believe it is Rohak Navid, how you pronounce that. But he's probably, to be honest, he's the only change in this lineup. The Sydney Sixers are always very happy with pretty much who they've got in their lineup, and they don't really need to change it too much. And let's go fund a new green screen, says Abdullah. Yeah, the other one did actually fall down, didn't it? But it still works to an extent. But because we've got the window open, it's actually a very nice evening here in New Zealand. So because the window's open, it means that I don't have anything to actually lean the green screen against. So we are back on the couch, although it's very comfy sitting back here as we are. Yeah, only a few moments away from the start of this matchup. Last night, we did see the Sydney Thunder get themselves the win over the Melbourne Stars in what was a pretty close finish between the two sides. I feel like this one is also going to be hopefully relatively similar. And Peter Siddle is live, or like a fine aged wine, lest the Cobber, says Elon. Yeah, he's always just continuing to almost improve to an extent. And T20, his bowling has come a long way. I've also got the chat down here, I should mention, just so that I can still see all the messages coming through. And eating banana, Siddle's secret for longevity. Oh, I have a banana every once in a while in my smoothie. So maybe I've already actually, I kind of blew my Achilles the other week when I was playing cricket. So maybe that's not quite working for myself the way it does for Peter Siddle. But now the two sides making their way out onto the field here. Ready to go, the Adelaide Strikers. They won the toss. They decided that they didn't want to have a bat. So straight away, we're going to see Jake Weatherald looking to get his BBL off to a decent start. Matt Short the same. And then Chris Lynn, number 3. He is one who I'm most intrigued about for this Adelaide Strikers lineup. And of course, if we see Rashid Khan have a bowl, or have a bat, I should say, it's probably going to be an interesting occasion there too. As we get there, the Bangladesh flags and then the Argentinian flags from MD. Is it still daylight in Canterbury, as I assume that's where you're from? It is indeed. Well, it's pretty decent, to be honest. I don't know how to show it because the camera cable's not long enough. But over that way, it's light enough that you could like walk around without running into anything. But that's normally the case up until like midnight. So it's a lot nicer here at the moment in summer. New Zealand, we've had a nice little patch of weather. We haven't had too much rain, which is always good news. Josh Phillippe. Josh Phillippe just getting that cap signed, or signing a cap for a child. They were trying to talk to him on the commentary, and he had to kind of cut them off so that he could actually have a chat to the child. And yeah, it's true. Banana diet actually works. Looking forward to seeing Phillippe go bananas, says Elon. And it's pitch black here in Auckland, says Kiwi. Is it? That's kind of weird, isn't it? The fact that you guys are only, well, I guess you're an island away, aren't you? But the fact that you're only just up the road in some extent and it's actually a lot darker is pretty interesting. Although I assume you've got some overcast conditions perhaps, which might be the difference. We've had like hardly any clouds in the sky today. It's been quite hot. Hence why I still got myself a t-shirt on for the start of this match. But it is going to be Jake Weatherald, 1,881 runs throughout the BBL competition. We'll be looking add some more to that, what we're quickly going to do is we're going to have a bit of a reshuffle. I'm going to move the microphone just a tad closer. Sorry if that's really loud by me moving it, but there we go. We'll put that there. Put the lineups down there. We're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. And it will be Stephen O'Keefe actually starting off this matchup. He's been a brilliant player for a long time, and he was going to retire about 2 years ago, but then just continued getting wickets and just keeps going. Stephen O'Keefe, though, first ball of the match to Jake Weatherald. Pitched up delivery, straight hit back to him. That'll be a dot ball to start us off. Oh, scoreboard. One moment. I need to quickly go like that. There we go. We're good. It is pitch black here. Says Nazzy Williams worked to the leg side. That will be a single there for Jake Weatherald to get off the mark. We will tuck that under there instead. That last position did not work. And also we have got there and the jack and pissing down. That might do it. That might be why it's maybe a little bit darker. For yourself into Gronholm Designs, I think will either smash a ridiculously sexy 50 or get out of duck single digits. And that's kind of the Colin de Gronholm way, isn't it? I think, and Chris Lynn's the same. He's going to be batting at 3 for the Adelaide Strikers. He's either a 6 or out kind of batsman. He'll either get himself a massive total in his first game for a new club, or he will struggle. And hopefully he doesn't struggle to the extent of Marcus Steiner's. We've already seen a couple golden ducks throughout the BBL, and we're only into the second match. You know, Keith there, giving him himself. Oh, that's a wicket of Jake Weatherald straight away. I thought he was going to be out for a golden duck. I thought it was actually the other guy. But Weatherald's gone, and the wicket is taken by Stephen O'Keefe. I mentioned this man just keeps on taking wickets. So there's no point in retiring yet if you're still proven to be one of the most effective bowlers in the Sydney Sixers lineup. Weatherald hits it in the air. As simple of a catch as you'll get for James Vince. It's fielding out at point. Early wicket. And we're already going to see Chris Lynn at the crease. It's as if he is back to opening for the Brisbane Heat. He's going to be at the crease already. 1 for 2 after only 4 balls. And well done, Weatherald, says Elon there. Yeah, you won't be happy with that performance. I know that my uncle's quite a big fan of Jake Weatherald batting. Won't be happy with that, though. Okay, there's a man on the roof of Adelaide Oval, and he's playing a little trumpet song for Chris Lynn. This reminds me of the old school day of when they gave Glenn Maxwell all those kind of like big cinematic, like the big show. They'd have it in big writing, boom on the screen, and then he went out for a golden duck. So they need to really make sure they haven't just jinxed Chris Lynn, which there's a chance that they have. Right. Chris Lynn is now going to be on strike to Stephen O'Keefe. What can he do for his first game of the BBL? It's going to be a solid defensive shot from him there. And just the dot. And also, Chris Lynn is brilliant. Lucky to have a chat with him on the piss once in Brizzy. Nice and fun fella, says Elon. How many drinks deep was he at that stage, Elon, in his evening? But that's going to be 1 for 2 after the first over of this match. Very good over from O'Keefe. I bet Lynn can't wait to bring the Heat to Brisbane after they sacked him, says David Mead. Yeah, going to be an interesting game when they go head-to-head. I believe that's still... Is it next week or the week after that we get to see that take place? Because I know they're going to be playing twice throughout the competition. There's actually a double up early on for, I think it's the Stars. They played the Scorchers twice within 6 days. I think that's actually still this year that is going to be taking place as well. They are just showing Stephen O'Keefe outside of the off stump. That delivery that got Jake Weatherald out very simply, I think, is the best way of describing it. He didn't try and overhit it. Weatherald, he's having a laugh about it, but you know that he's hurting on the inside. And hi, says Amelia. Welcome in. Hope you are doing extremely well today and are excited for the BBL match 2 of the competition. And he was in control. I imagine he was probably 10 deep, minimum, well-conditioned, etc. Says Elon. Now Abbott will be the next bowler. Great straight drive down the ground. Short doesn't quite clear the boundary ring. Combination of Abbott and O'Keefe last year caused carnage in the Sydney Sixers lineup because they were just so effective. And the wave into Amelia from Elon there. But 125 wickets for Sean Abbott throughout the BBL. He's had a longevity career here. or the Big Bash League. That's going to be down the league side a little bit, not worked away. And also, hopefully, this game will be a lot better than last night, says Greg. We're talking in terms of scoring, because I assume in terms of closeness, we can't get too much closer than last night's other than a super over. But we didn't really get to see the best of either side's batting in that Thunder versus Stars game. It was more of the case of, I guess, best way of describing it was just a wicket fest, wasn't it? We had about 18 or 19 wickets fall throughout that one, and the high score was 28. That's close. Abbott's asking for it. Let's go. Hang on, he's hit that, hasn't he? I thought Matt Short got bet on that. But they've got a DRS timer. He wants to go upstairs, maybe. I don't think Chris Lynn's going to tell him to use the DRS. They do. They actually do go upstairs. Now, that is an interesting one. First one of the BBL that we're going to see. And I went and saw the Phantom of the Opera last night for the friend's birthday. And I swear it was like a kid in a candy store the entire show. Says Amelia. Yeah, I guess happy birthday to your friend. Hopefully they did enjoy it. Close birthday to Christmas as well. I know Daniel's birthday's on the 22nd, so he's pretty close to Christmas. They're just innings timer. I've got to get through 73 more minutes, but currently they've gone upstairs. Okay, Will Pekovsky's just said he thinks it's going to be umpire's call. Checking for the front foot no ball. That is going to be a legal delivery from Abbott. And also, are you expecting a guest later on? I may be. I've got it set up just in case. But yeah, I think we are going to have a guest at some point in the near future. That's going to hit him just above the pad. Hello. Speaking of guests, we might have one now. Someone's decided to light a fire by the smells of it, which is lovely. I thought that this hit the bat, but it has not. Do you think that's LBW? It's been given out. Yep. They're thinking it's clipping. I think that's good. It's missing. Review retained.
Yeah.
And still going to be out there. Jake Weatherall's already been dismissed.
Hey?
Jake Weatherall, gone already. Decided to play it out through kind of point. Just hit it straight to the fielder.
Oh, catching practice.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Chris Linney got a welcome with a trumpet.
True story.
There you go. Something you don't see every day. And I cannot wait for the Renegades game tomorrow. And I'm going to the game Sunday, says Amelia.
Nice.
That's one thing I kind of wish was possible over here, is to go to like the BBL matches. Of course, they don't have any over here, but that's definitely something you'd do if you were in Australia, isn't it?
That's gone. Oh, man, sweeping.
Where was he? Jackson Bird. No, that's not even Jackson Bird. That's Hayden Kerr. Interesting field placement.
Backward point, maybe.
Then Maxwell on commentary after playing a brutal game of Twister. Broke his leg, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he might have won the game for default, I guess.
Pretty competitive, so he probably did, even with a broken leg.
I'll field it.
Straight bat.
Some big looking bats out there on the field.
Wow. Hi. Not like the old chicken sticks they used to have to use. No?
Also, we've got the all right Hamish, Brad, everyone. And there as well, says Sebastian. And also, maybe like they should extend the BBL to include New Zealand, like Super Rugby, says David Mead. I can see the appeal, but then I guess the other side of things that I understand why they haven't is because of that player draft system. So more than likely, it would mean that you'd have to have a team full of New Zealanders and then 3 internationals to match the Australians and 3 internationals.
Yeah.
But then Australia might say then that that's unfair, that a whole country is...
Surely Australia would say that.
It might.
No?
It might do.
They'd only say that if we win. But the travel side of it would be sort of counterproductive too.
Yeah.
Australia wouldn't want all that revenue going out of the country that they can generate out of it. Send it off to lowly old New Zealand.
Yeah. Martin Gupta will be available for the remaining 10 games after Andre Russell leaves. Says Amelia, I think a Kiwi side would be good for the BBL. Says Amelia, it's all about the girth of the shaft with the bats these days. Says Elon, there you go.
What's that?
I wasn't sure where that was going. The girth of the shaft of the bat.
Oh.
It's important. Got to have a big bat handle if you got a big bat.
Right. Spinner.
Stephen O'Keefe was the man who picked up the early wicket. Yeah. That's going to be racing away to the cover boundary. Nicely worked. Kicked away by the cameraman.
Yeah, he wasn't really interested in that, was he?
Bad start for Adelaide, although they have got the potential of building back into it with a possible partnership. Definitely with Matt Short not being given or not having to walk off the field is out.
Yeah.
Good to go.
There's a bit of a limit. He wasn't out.
Mm.
You know.
Well, think of it this way. They didn't have the reviews last year. He would have had to walk.
John Berger.
Yep. Which kind of seems silly that they didn't have the reviews when they did have the option of looking at where it was pitching and where the ball was going. That's a nice delivery. Floaty from Stephen O'Keefe. And I'm rooting for Adelaide. I have Greek cousins there. What about Argentina knocking out Croatia? Yeah, good win for them once again. 3-0 Messi on fire in this World Cup. It's going to be his last. Bit quicker, dragged down. O'Keefe, he's got quite a few variations of his off spin. It's either very floaty and just drifts down there at about, I'd say, 85, or he does that, the arm ball. That's going to be a nice big shot. Gone for 6 over the top of the fielder. Is it being caught? No. No one's been able to catch that one, unfortunately. That was a big 6, wasn't it?
That was a big 6.
And he's short. I feel like he's a very underrated batsman.
Just had that really, really crisp sound about it.
Like normally for the strikers, when people think of their lineup, they think of Weatherald, they think of Alex Carey, Travis Head, and then even Rashid Khan gets a mention for the bat, even though he just goes out there and swings and normally goes out for less than 10. But Matt Short, nice shot.
He's cracking up.
Out through cover point. That will race to the boundary as well. Very handy. Be the end of the over, 1 for 19 now.
It's only really bat on ball with a bit of wrist in that. That goes all the way to the boundary for 4. Right?
I need to develop some wrist action.
Is that what you need?
Yeah, because I'm stiff as a board when I'm playing the shot. Like you're chopping down a tree. Or even that, you probably need a little bit of wrist flickage. And why no green screen today and normal setup, says Cody. And we decided we'd mix it up. And pretty much also because the window's open, the green screen can't lean up against it, which is how it actually stands up at the moment. My green screen has fallen apart. So it seemed like a good idea to get the couch out. It's also comfier.
Yeah, it was fairly warm today, so it's quite nice having the window
open. Naveed getting his cap at the start of this game, one of the internationals the Sixers have brought in. Hamish, and assuming it's your old man. Who are your favourite players all time in BBL now, says Elon. It is indeed my dad joining me for this one. Hayden Kerr is about to bowl. He's not my favourite player of all time, though. I used to tell you what, favourite BBL player.
That's a wee jacket first up, wasn't it?
Very good ball. Chris Lynn.
Up, straight past Lynn.
I've got 2.
2 favourites.
Back in the day. And I actually remember the first game of the BBL that we...
Back in the day?
Oh, a little while. So pretty much first game we ever watched together for the BBL, I believe it was.
Me and you?
Yep. It was at a Christchurch hotel after coming back from Australia or coming back from Auckland, and it was Melbourne Stars versus Perth Scorchers. So if you can think of the league spinners from the olden days of those two sides.
Sure. I got no chance.
No?
I haven't got a memory like that. I've drunk too much beer.
Have you?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
So Brad Hogg.
Oh, yeah?
Used to love watching him bowl in the BBL.
Yeah, Hoggy.
And then the king of leg spin, Shane Warne.
Yeah.
Watching those two. Back in the day.
Back in the day?
Yeah. Back when I was just a young whippersnapper. A lot shorter than I am now.
Used to be really, really good when they had Shane Warne all mic'd up so you could actually tell you who's bowling to Brendan McCullum one game. And they had him on the mic, basically, and he was telling us exactly what he was going to bowl and how he was going to get Brendan McCullum out. And he actually did, didn't he?
But I like when a plan comes together. That was a close run out.
That was close.
Quick single. Chris Lynn now off the mark for the Adelaide Strikers this year.
Oh, wow.
It's nice for a minute.
Well, he was batting for his average.
Like Kiwi says, Ryan, and also I am. She's Brandon. Welcome in. Hope you are doing very well indeed. And also we have got the, oh no, I read that one, didn't I? It actually came through that, or it came through the other one, 189 for 8. And also we've got that, and then as said, hey guys, nice to see you again. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well also. Apparently the Strikers rebuilt well from that early wicket of Weatherald. Was smiling all the way off the field.
Was he?
As if to either say, I've really messed that one up, or, couldn't be bothered today.
Similar to what you used to do when you go out.
Yeah, well, that's because I knew that I played a bad shot, didn't I? Try and cut it off middle stump, get clean bowled, and walk off the field. Some of the children, they took it a bit too seriously, didn't they?
They did a bit.
Some kids in our team would walk off the field with tears in their eyes, and they'd just look at me, and I was just laughing my head off because I tried to cut it off middle stump. That's a good shot from Chris Lynn. Bounces down the wicket a little bit, out mid-wicket way, lofted, and gets it for the 1 bounce 4.
I think he needs to borrow shorts back.
I think it isn't quite crisp enough.
No. Wow. Come down the wicket.
Actually, now that you say that, he's actually got the DSC now. Now, the reason that's so significant is because he normally has a Gray Nichols max.
Wow.
So I'm wondering whether or not only did the Brisbane Heat sack him, but maybe Gray Nichols gave him the boot as well.
No, he hit it fairly high though. Look at that.
You think he's mixed it up? Because he used to have like the custom blue bat. But I guess he gave that up. Oh, what a ball that is from Kerr. That's a test match beauty of a delivery.
Get an edge on that. Aye.
It went like that through the air, didn't it?
You're the best batsman in the world, wouldn't have hit that. Not taking nothing away from Chris Lynn, but that was an absolute pearler. Give it a bit of that.
How are you both, says Pats Players? We're doing well. Watching a bit of BBL, can't complain too much. Been a very nice day, and managed to somehow not get sunburnt as well. And I really like Hardik Pandya. Very good player, freaky good with his wrists. Also, Marnus is extremely irritating, but world class, says Elon. Marnus hilarious, to be fair, and irritating at the same time, if that makes sense. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people who don't like watching him bat, but still enjoy listening to him going, no run. And also those little, I guess, what are they called? Little quirks that he has at the crease.
He's got a few of them.
Similar to what we see from Steve Smith. We thought for a second that those two were pretty much the same player when they first.
Both come out of the same test tube, maybe.
Maybe. Shot. It's gone out. Oh, he's not catching that. Matty Short gets it right out of the screws. Ever unable to cut it off, and he moves up to 23 runs off 15 deliveries.
That was just a free crack outside off stump. Right? Whack.
It's a good shot, though. Keeps it along the ground. Knows that it's going to race along the outfield.
Cover. Absolutely no chance.
It would have had to dive big time.
You got about 4 or 5 yards, and then the ball was gone.
Cautious. Not the way you want to start. That's a bit better, but it's still going to be punished down the ground. I believe they're going to be able to cut that one off with James Vince, the Englishman. And also, I got my greasy mitts on a couple of DS games, so I'm stacked for the summer, says Amelia. And it's happened, Hamish. It's happening. The Bangladesh versus India test is on. I can't be asked to watch it. Yay me, says Sebastian. Yeah. Be interested to see how it goes, because Bangladesh won that short format series, the ODI series.
Yes.
But I feel like India are now just going to be very angry. We can't actually watch it here in New Zealand. That's another free crack at the ball. Change of the field as well. Luckily, Abbott was close enough.
Just moved him around a touch.
Big Papa B, says Gareth. Is that the first time you've ever been referred to as Big Papa B?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Is that something you think will stick around for you?
Nah.
No?
Right.
Kiwi lad daddy's on the beers. You forced him to drink, Gareth.
That's it.
I should mention there is a bin over there. He doesn't just biff it off to the side.
Oh, yeah. Right.
I got Mario Tennis Open and Mario Kart 7. But also I got Lego City Undercover. And that was an excellently well-executed dad joke and test tube. Thank you, Hamish Senior. I nearly wet myself, says Elon. And India 174 for 4 after 56 overs. See, everyone, that's actually a decent. Oh, no, never mind. It's only about 3.2. He's just smacked it to the leg side again. 1 bounce. Jordan Silk, one of the best fielders in the BBL. You don't want to give him a catching chance. I enjoy.
I said the Black Caps are down to play Pakistan for a Boxing Day test in New Zealand.
Because they play on
I believe.
They originally were going to be on the 27th, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they must have. They bought it for today.
That means it would be almost Christmas over there, wouldn't it? It's Boxing Day for us or not quite? Must be.
We're certainly getting close anyway.
Yeah. Maybe also Boxing Day for them. Another crack.
The one good thing about it is by being first in the world, as we are, we'll know what happened before they know what happened.
Yep. That is true. I like to think of myself as a bit of a Jordan Silk in the field.
Do you?
Yep. And then I try and like dive for a catch, finish about 2 meters away for it.
Well,
and then
probably not as tall as him.
No, he's quite a short little fella.
Is he?
He's got pace though, Jordan Silk.
Oh.
Little waddle.
Right.
Gets going. Also, what's weird is I'm tempted to go see the Phantom of the Opera again because of how much I enjoyed it. This time I'm getting better seats. Going to be strategic, get a little bit closer. She went to saw Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Went to see, I should have said, rather than went to saw. Naveed. Want to give a crack at his first name again? I think it's Israel Haq.
That'll sound good. Yep.
Israel Haq Naveed. We're trying to get a beer sponsorship, ladies and gentlemen. Not really, because we have a lot of children who watch these.
They'll only encourage us to drink.
Yeah.
Right.
What type of beer you got today? What's your drip?
We're allowed to advertise? It's this one here, you see.
Yes. One in the brown bottle.
Right. So this guy's trying to bowl leggies. He's got a very fast action.
And an awkward run-up.
Kind
of stutters.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a sort of a low whip, and then we're into it.
It's like when you're a child and you find out you can zap people by dragging your feet across the carpet. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Watch him here. He's going to be getting some electricity going. Watch him. There you go. Got to get that electricity.
Oh,
that's a shot from Chris Lynn.
Chris Lynn's eyes lit up there.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, DeWarsh's in the deep doesn't quite get onto it, but yeah, he did look keen, didn't he? Try and go over the top. And Craig looks good. Has he been working out? Says Tony. And Debbie Draft terrible, says Tony there. I feel like...
What did he say? Terrible?
No, he said that the beer's terrible, but you look good.
Aye.
Been working out.
Does he know there's only good beer and better beer?
Got arms the size of my thighs, this man. Me, not so much. I got arms the size of your fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your fingers are stronger too. 41 for 1. Power surge available.
Beer and better beer, and the only good one's an open one. Right.
Oh, the wrong one.
Okay.
And also, I was young. I went and saw Lord of the Rings like 7 times. Was a little weirdo. Or what a little weirdo. You should get sponsored by Echo Falls Rose God Little Drip.
What?
I feel like that one would be too hard to say, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, found the fielder though. Good drive with that one.
It's not a bad first over.
6 runs off it for the youngster.
So you went for a boundary.
One word, Hamish. Start working out. That's 3. So I'll only allow you to say start.
Start working would be a better option.
Oh, brutal. Yeah, I've only been doing a few hours recently, haven't I? Sleep during the day. Supposed to get a few building hours scattered throughout there as well to fund the couch.
That's the end of the power play?
No.
No?
No, only 4 overs. And then the power surge after 10 overs. Another one of the rules that changed recently.
Right.
Gronholm, you can see his mullet from 5 miles away, can't you? I always say this about Gronholm. He looks like he should be playing cricket in the 80s.
I'm not worried about the one next door to him. Kelly. But anyway, where'd they get that photo from? It's like, out of the 90s yearbook.
And it's a sports streaming channel. You need an alcoholic company and a bookie as sponsors, says Sebastian.
What do we think's a good score here, Hamish?
I would say 165. No, actually, I'm going to take that back because that's a very good shot. 175.
That's a beautiful shot.
175 is my ideal one.
Stood up tall. Bang.
Yeah, we got to do the whole join such and such and get a free bonus bet on us, don't we? Oh, those ones. Which will also appeal to our child audience. Bit of bit of gambling for the kids.
Remember, be good, and Santa likes beer.
Weird tie into gambling, but I guess. Oh, geez, he's just striking them so well. Almost racing away to the boundary again. Sorry, beers affecting spelling. You should get sponsored by Echo Falls Rose Wine. Very good little drip. Maybe. Have you ever tried that?
No.
What was the one you drank in Australia?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a German beer, wasn't it? You know, the one that had like the dumb questions on the lid. Like, what would you rather wear, underwear or boxers? It's like, mate, I'm just trying to have a beverage.
Well, we drank a fair bit of VB, but
Was it Hag or something? Han.
Yeah, Han. Yeah, that was Daryl's beer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You got through.
That was all right too. That was a nice enough drop.
Yeah, got a fair bit of that in the heat.
Wow.
And Uber Eats, you see, you can just get it delivered to the door.
It was fantastic.
Too easy.
Right.
Also, we have got there. Hey, drinking beer, good on you. See us for today, mate. And there he is indeed. And my mum brought non-alcoholic beer a week ago. Turns out, in my opinion, it tastes like crap. Says Amelia. There can be some decent 0% out there, can't there, for alcohol? It just, if it's already a not very nice beer.
Good water.
Or juice.
I can't understand that 0%.
It's to make you feel like you're a part of something, even though you're not.
Is that what it is?
I think so. But also so that you can still drive home afterwards.
What?
You know, which is ideal.
Yes, because don't drink and drive. That's irresponsible.
If you do, don't get caught. No, don't do it at all. Of course.
Yeah.
What else can't
That's
you
the
do?
good thing
while
about a
driving?
small town, from our point of view, is that you don't have to drink and drive.
I thought you were going to say you don't get caught because there's no cops around.
No.
Which is true. There's not many around, is there?
I'd missed that time. No, not at night. They've all gone home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all head up the road.
Well, they've got too drunk and had to go.
Also, I'm getting Uber Eats tonight, KFC bucket.
Oh.
Tell you what, that would be ideal.
Really?
We don't have that here. Imagine just a man passing a bucket of KFC chicken through the window.
KFC Big Bash would be into it.
Potential sponsors, Manscaped, Speedo. We've actually done something with Manscaped before in the past. We talked about how great it is to shave your balls.
Hamish has one of them.
One ball, yep. And one to go with it.
Right.
But
slightly more information than probably what they needed.
That's actually still in the box, that razor.
How about you get back to the
7 overs down, 51 for 1.
I can see us going downhill here.
Nah, it's all right. We're only on the first beverage.
Mm.
But yeah, it was pretty much, they didn't even say that I had to use it. They just said, like, just say what you think of it. So I just got it out of the box and it gave me a fright how powerful it was. Sounds like this is a sponsored deal, doesn't it? Just to get some more revenue.
You can try it again or what?
Damn fried blue nose for me. Says Tony there and have a sip of the beer. CCR Sports. Speedos would be an interesting sponsor. We could both sit here in our budgie smugglers, can't we? A bit chilly with the window open.
Would have been right on a day like today, but not quite so good on the cooler days.
What would Mum say if she came home and we both here? We've got to sponsor Mum.
I won't say what I said. Just thought then.
But you say that my bro is being a bit of a whipped boy. He let me try a 0%. It tasted awful. A beer is a beer. It looks like a duck, sounds like a duck. Or if it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's a bleeding duck. Says Elon. A police dog sniff says, don't drink and drive, says Kiwi Gamer. And the only reason she's doing it is she slowly wants to introduce me to the proper thing. Okay, so she's kind of giving you the taste of the, unless she's trying to put you off the stuff. Sorry, I've probably just given away one of your mum's secrets.
Oh, hey, we didn't read that.
No. Because if maybe you try all these bad ones and they're not nice, then you'll be like, nah, Fanta's good for me. Like, Fanta's quite nice, isn't it? I find Fanta well and truly does the job. Like, lads, do you reckon there could be over 20 boundary sixes in this game? I'm having bacon cheese sandwich with coffee. Sounds all right too. I would say we're probably going to see 7-6? No, that's too many. 5 to 7 sixes. We've already seen one.
Yep, correct.
With Lynn and Short at the crease, there's certainly potential for another. Definitely off a spinner. Maybe to send it all the way. And Red Bull is hilarious at 4 a.m, says Elon. George has found that Red Bull vodkas are not the way to go if you want to sleep. Like, they just keep you awake. And definitely when you've had like 3 or 4 of them. Because he was at the pub alongside me and Daniel for Daniel's girlfriend's 21st.
George was.
Yep. And one of the Irish workers that I've got, he loves his vodka Red Bulls. So he's just like, George, get a vodka Red Bull, get a vodka Red Bull. And he fed him like 4 of them. And then George was like, I didn't sleep. Because you just sit there like this, ready to like do something, but you just can't quite get there. And I'll say you don't always see Chris Lynn playing second fiddle in the partnership, but it seems to be working.
He's just building into it. Just taking along close to a running ball. So at some stage he'll go bang.
I think Matty Short, though, is just, like I mentioned, he's underrated.
It's just hitting it so sweet at the moment.
The man's middle is his whole bat at the moment, the way he's striking everything.
We've certainly got a chunk of wood with there.
Nice bit of English willow, perhaps. What's the other one? Cashmere willow.
Yeah.
And then what's the third type of willow? Is there a third type?
Right, we're going to have to shut the window short. Let the bugs start to come in.
You think I can shut it from here?
No, then. We'll you can do it.
This is where I accidentally slam it.
This last night. Oh, no. The one with boys.
Yeah, it went through the keeper.
Uh-oh.
High score of 28 last night from the sweepologist.
Yeah, the pitch looked a bit slow, didn't it? Just sort of
gripped.
Yeah, it was holding up a bit, so it was pretty hard for the batsman to sort of have a free crack at it. Right, Dwarf's just back.
Oh, that's a good shot from Short. That's going to be almost a screaming one-handed catch till the man gave up on it. But that is going to be the second 6 of the day.
The kid next door to him's going, that was 6, but that's a lousy catch.
In fact, sorry, that's actually Chris Lynn on strike for that shot. So, like they've said, not the place to bowl to Lynn, just that one that only goes up to about here. Just pretty much saying, hey, do you want to crack? See if you can get it.
Just a free. Boom.
And we made an Aussie version of some Moors with Arnott's, Bickies, Marshmallow, and Nutella. Interesting. Went the past weekend away on Saturday night.
Down the league side.
Campfire. I remember we actually.
Umpire's got very long hair.
Is he?
She.
Is she?
She's got a longer ponytail than you.
Is that bad that I assume that it was a male? That's a bit bad, isn't it?
Sexist. Girls can do anything.
Exactly right. Be worked away by Lynn. Just the single. They won't get the 2 there.
Oh, didn't want the second.
Not the quickest between the wickets anymore, Chris Lynn. His knees have started giving up on him. I think Mum's home.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Are we going to open the door for her?
Chris Lynn is making second fiddle, or playing second fiddle, I can say from medium, is he's a small guy. Small man syndrome means he won't be able to second fiddle much longer. Can't help themselves, the tinies. Is he that small of an individual, Chris Lynn? Oh, whipped off the pads there from Matty Short. Just a short boundary out there.
Right.
Another
That's
6
just a
runs.
half a flick.
Okay, it's actually only a 4, which I did get slightly wrong there. I thought that went all the way. I ate at least 3 Samoas. They were really good.
6? Oh, it's not even close
No.
to 6.
Looked good from the cameraman. It made it look like it was going a mile.
Well, they put up 6 for.
It's for fun.
Oh. I must have thought he hit it better than what he did.
He moves into the 40s now. 41. 27 deliveries.
But,
Mum's home, ladies and gentlemen. I remember we made some more at Daniel's in about 2016.
That's a while ago.
And in a big drum outside of his shed. And then we cooked bacon in the morning, and we learned all about the group in terms of who eats the bacon fat and who cuts it off.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like the middle bacon. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, do you cut off your fat off your bacon, like the big chunks of it, or do you eat it, even if it's slightly rubbery? And for Colin de Gronholm, score prediction for Colin de Gronholm Designs, says Elon, I think he'll get 12. I'll give him a few. You willing to give him 12? You don't look so sure.
I'd say he won't get a run of ball.
Okay.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Under 100%. First up, a lot of pressure. I think he'll fall over and play.
Oh, what?
That's a nice flick.
That's the wrist, isn't it?
I think the crowd's put it down again.
It moves them up to 48 now at the end of the over. That was an expensive one. Dwarcius, 2 overs bowled, 30 runs off him. Not ideal for a bowler who's normally extremely economical.
Second over by him.
And Leonard's massive arms need him once at a book signing, says David. Was he signing books, or was he also getting his book signed?
Who are we talking about?
Chris Lynn.
Oh, okay.
Does he have a book?
I don't know. I haven't read a book since I left school.
It's same for me, yeah. I hardly read one when I was at school. Internet's a wonderful thing when you got to do a book review. I even say that was part of like a.
That's how your teachers that.
Yeah, that got me some credits. That did. What would you call Chris Lynn's book if he had one? He had to come up with a
title for it. Well, he was part of the Bash Brothers, so it could be. Right.
Very soft shot.
I think of 2. They're going.
He's going to have to run hard here, Chris Lynn. Gets there in the end.
Aye. Right from the moment they hit that, they were going 2.
Linsanity?
Insanity.
Or Linsanity with a little bit of.
Let's not play words.
The time I went Linsane. Hey, Mum. How do you do? Would you like to join the couch? I'll have to rotate it a little.
Don't worry.
No, there's no point seeing just half of your arm. You want some headphones? Yeah, we can give you some sound.
What's happening?
Well, weather all went out extremely early, which will make Russell sad. I mean, nothing.
Oh, that's right.
It's a quiet day at the office, really.
Is Russell watching?
No. First female umpire, Hamish. Eloise.
And also, I hope everyone as well. And your old man is quite funny. You should keep him on. Is he on there? No way. Eat the fat. All of it.
This is quite restrictive, isn't it? What's this about?
It's like your seatbelt. Here we go. Look at that setup. That's all right, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, Corden, no. Not quite.
It was just short. How old's this guy, Hamish?
This guy, Steve O'Keefe, about 36.
Nearly as old as me.
Is he that young? I thought he was older.
How old is Stephen O'Keefe? 38.
Yeah.
So your age.
I thought he looked older than me.
And they say the BBL is a top family activity. Look at you lovely people, says Sebastian.
You wait till we start fighting.
Well, I heard you ask for the chips. We don't have any chips today. But if we did, it would be sponsored by fill in the blank. We need a chip sponsor, ladies and gentlemen. Whereas the Heartland says Kiwi Gamer, they didn't throw the money at us, so we didn't bring them back. The main event is here now. Hi, Donna. Says Tony there. Got the whole family here. How nice. And Banson, the old man, that's brilliant. Says Elon there. You got some of your cracker chips, don't you? You want some of them?
What with me?
You're gonna have your dip, eh?
No, I'm not really big on that.
Because we have currently got the drinks break, so I can get you something if you want.
Is that what this is?
No, I can get it.
Sure? You want to have a look at the lineups?
Who we got? Any Kiwis?
Colin de Gronholm.
We call.
Hasn't quite had to bat yet. Chris Lynn and his new side of the Adelaide Strikers. Some fancy looking cars, isn't it? They're those little soapbox.
Midget cars.
What's the name of the one with the box in it?
Soapbox.
Soapbox. It is soapbox. Were they soapbox?
No, they're midget cars.
Oh, soapbox is
Soapbox are like little nutty go-karts.
go-karts.
Oh, the more you know.
I was taking the piss out of you. You missed it.
Yeah, I did. I missed quite a few, don't I?
Yeah.
Against Champion Cup, the thing that's going to keep us awake all night and the weekend.
When do we get back to the cricket? Right.
So
81 at the halfway stage. So you're 175, did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got potential.
although they've still got a power surge, which is 2 overs with only 2 men outside of the ring. That's the Weatherall wicket.
That's pretty soft.
Pretty soft indeed, yeah.
Huh?
Straight to the fielder.
Last night the Stars only got what, 5 runs. They lose a wicket. Yeah.
I think they lost a couple, didn't they?
Yeah.
Power surge is either very beneficial or very bad. There's no in between.
No, there's
You
no-
either lose 2 or 3 wickets or you get 20 or 30 runs.
no one plays it that way.
No, it's normally when you want your batsman set and then you lose the wicket just beforehand so you don't take it. And then you lose another wicket. Sean Abbott will be bowling now. He's only bowled the 1 over, gone for 3 runs at this point.
Quite expensive, isn't it?
There you go. 170 plus they're talking. Is what they're going to need to defend. Matty Short's got 1,000 runs. What's that?
Have you got any sound?
Yep.
Okay.
Just
You want me to adjust it?
no, I'm good. I don't need to hear the Aussie commentators going on.
We got Glenn Maxwell on the commentary team.
Is he on now?
See what happens. She absolutely
From
loves
Matty
Glenn
Short?
Maxwell. Got that from Matt Short.
Never used to.
No, I quizzed her on the Stars the other day because I said, "You like the Melbourne Stars, dear?" She said, "Yeah." And I said, "Do you like them other than Glenn Maxwell?" She went, "Yeah." I said, "Name a few players." Nothing.
Word blank. Totally blank.
I could get the Melbourne Stars cap out for you.
Know where it is.
Yeah, it's in my cricket bag.
How long do you think Abbott spends in front of the mirror checking his hair?
Probably more time than Chris Lynn.
Really?
No?
Really?
Sorry, that was
Wrong.
brutal to Lynn. Oh, that would have been brutal. That's a big full toss. It's going to be a no ball and it's going to go for 4 runs.
Right.
That's a big mistake. So
Chris Lynn would have just about done poos there. Right?
He's got 5 runs off 1. The bucket ball free hit. I believe the bucket ball means if this one goes for 6, someone catches it in their bucket. I don't know what happens, but I assume something happens.
They'll get a free break. Is that rain?
Oh no. What are we supposed to do if it rains? We're not playing that, do we?
Drink more beer, I guess.
Drink yourself more beer.
Can't be raining. Must be just a camera, surely. Right, free hit.
It looks
Where's
a
he going
little
here? Where's he
dark.
going? Pull him
Yorker
wide.
outside off stump. Chris Lynn goes bang. That's going to be dispatched for 6 runs. I'm just going to quickly check the Adelaide weather.
Was that over the boundary? Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, so the
that's-
boundary's in.
Yeah, that's an 11-run ball
Yeah.
from Sean Abbott, and he had only gone for 3.
Told you it was expensive.
You did.
Oh,
Okay, Adelaide, partly cloudy.
Yep.
10% chance of rain. So I'd
no,
like to
that's
think
all right. Yeah.
it should be fine, hopefully.
Mhm.
Oh, outside off stump.
Yeah. No, Chris Lynn looks like he's starting to sort of wind up a bit now that Short's got his 50.
And also can't get caught on a bucket ball free hit. So you can't get caught in the field, but I believe there's some sort of sponsorship from KFC in terms of being in the field with a bucket. Just because I
In the
don't
crowd.
think, in the crowd. I don't think they'll hand out KFC buckets to the fielders and say if you
Nah.
catch it in this, you get yourself a nice bucket of KFC and some
the
wicked
team.
wings.
Mm.
I mean, players would be keen for that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a bit hard to get the run out though if you're on the big
Yeah.
KFC bucket.
Right. Yeah, but it's under a little bit of pressure here.
Short, cut away, strong. These boundaries aren't long enough for short. Some could say they're too short. Eh?
You
We had to use that one early, didn't we?
might have it.
No, that's our we'll get there.
We haven't had too many short jokes, have we?
No. Although we did talk about Jordan Silk's height.
Right.
Yeah, Hamish, I used to live on the bacon, or leave on the bacon rind and crisp it up in the UK when I worked in the pub there. Delicious with coleslaw on crusty French loaf. Go ahead in there, watch those fielders there quick, says Ruth. These two almost have a 100-run partnership. Currently 94.
96.
But the partnership 94.
Okay.
Where all managed to sneak
Well,
himself.
It's only one shot away then.
One.
Is this going to be it? Oh, could have been.
Oh, it's
That
a
was a
swatty.
overhand tennis shot, wasn't it?
Yeah, the forehand.
Right.
End of the 11th over, 97 for 1 now. You look like your hand's a bit empty, Mum. Would you like a Heineken?
Not at this time.
No. You can fall asleep at the end of the couch if you want. We don't mind.
No.
If you start snoring, though, we'll just push you off the end.
Wow.
How romantic.
Yeah.
I want my boxing Eubank versus Ben refund. How do they sell pay-per-view to millions worldwide? We can't get refunded. Daylight robbery. There's Elon there. See, I haven't really been following much of the boxing scene lately. I did one live stream. It was the wrong one.
Mm-hmm. This wee fella's going right at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 11. None for 11.
How would you say his first name, Mum?
Nice.
Yeah. We'll just call him Izzy.
Is he Naveed?
Yeah, little leap.
Is he?
Is he? I think so.
Oh, advancing. It's gone high.
I don't think he's
He
got it.
hasn't got the distance. Straight out to Abbott. Chris Lynn dismissed for 41. The
Burger.
youngster Naveed gets his first wicket of the BBL. And it is.
His debut.
It is. He got a trumpet to play him out to the ground.
Yep.
No, obviously he doesn't look real.
Oh, the bowler, he didn't get a trumpet. The Chris Lynn got the trumpet. What's this? I'll try and pronounce his name close enough so that they think I know what I'm talking about. How old is Israel Haq Naveed? Czech Republic versus Israel.
That's close.
Not quite.
Just look on
Yeah.
Sixers. Do they have the ages and that? Yeah?
Maybe. A hot cat's milk before bed. Wait, so your cat's hot or the milk's hot? Could be interpreted 2 ways, couldn't it?
Only on YouTube.
Hot milk. Never a fan of that.
My next pay-per-view will be Fury versus Usyk, says David. That was actually my first one that I covered on the Kiwi Lad Sport. It was something we haven't actually done any more boxing.
Have you not?
No. Bit of a shame, really. 38 is great age for a cricketer. Watch those hamstrings, says Ruth.
Huh?
And the calves.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So this fella here is going to... Hey? What are you on about?
Calves.
What's calf?
Injury-wise.
Yeah.
How old were you when that happened?
How old were you?
I was only a little whippersnapper.
Watch Dad play.
What do you mean a decade ago, was it?
35.
Oh, okay, in the prime.
33. Yeah.
Just a young pup you were.
In the 30s anyway. A wee while ago now.
And also Tony's comment does a great concern. It does. It does
33
really.
about that. Yep. Can still remember it.
So can I. It was at the ground. I don't know the name of the ground, but it was at the one that you take that left-hand turn pretty much as you go into Timaru.
Yep. Celtic. Down at Celtic Sports
It
Ground.
is Celtic's ground.
Yeah. Or Rockdale Road as it used to be called.
Is it not called that?
No, they call it Celtic Sports Ground now. Yeah. You got rid of some of the rocks. So they don't have to call it Rockdale Road anymore.
Maybe Dale moved. That's a wide. It was very
It was
wide.
a bit wide, actually.
From Naveed?
I had to drive your truck home.
You did.
Who drove our car home?
Not me. I was 5.
I did.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was automatic.
Okay.
Oh, a little bit of flight there.
It was only the clutch I couldn't work, so.
Yeah.
It's drifted nicely.
I didn't want.
And hi, Mum. Who's going to win next semi-final World Cup? Morocco? Yeah, I truly hope so. Says Ruth.
They're playing France, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I hope Morocco.
Oh, okay. And what my boxing...
They'll be underdogs, will they?
Yeah.
What's that for? Third and fourth.
So that'll be the other semi-final.
It'll be tomorrow morning, is it?
Yep. 8 a.m. Into the over. 100 runs on the board.
Who did Argentina play?
Croatia.
That's right. Yep.
And Maxwell's been around a few years, eh? Still a great player.
I
thought you were talking about me then.
I only started liking Maxwell when he was they had him mic'd up when he was
older. Yeah.
Yeah, and he started, what he was saying. It was quite
You realised he wasn't quite the dick that you thought he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had the big show. Music, didn't he?
And it's genuine Korean cat's milk, not that cheap Chinese stuff. Okay.
Was he going on about bloody milk again?
He is. And what my boxing pay-per-view refunded Eubank versus Ben. Millions of people brought this, can't get the money back. Daylight robbery, yuck and vomit, and David Mead. I've thought about this fight for some time, and no matter what way I look at it, I see Fury beating Usyk up and knocking him out. And Maxwell, I know I read that one. And also we've got Tony, your beautifully good cat's milk. Put some honey in it. Cats love sweet milk. Oh, no. He's the one drinking the cat's milk rather than the cat enjoying a bit of a beverage.
What?
Yeah, Tony's a bit up there. Or out there's a better way of describing it, I think.
Right.
Let's give it up.
Okay.
And miss goes for the boundary. The wash is expensive so far. Side off stump, had to really reach for that one. Are they your parents? No, I just found them on the street and I decided I might as well bring them in the house.
Yeah, we were wandering around.
Yeah. He enjoys a beverage, so I was like, oh, you want a bevy?
Well, you had one in the fridge.
Yeah. Nah, they are my parents.
I could hear it nervously rattling.
Elon agreed, says David. And there. And don't make fun. Milking cats is hard work. Well, as it would be. It's probably not a natural occurrence. In some regards, I dyed my hair today. What colour did you go with? I feel like, you know what? Before she says it, what hair colour are we thinking? I'm thinking either purple.
Yeah.
That's a common colour. Green. She's going really out there. Amelia's dyed her hair.
Is she?
Yeah. What colour do you think it's going to be? She's going to put it very soon. Orange. I thought that normally when people have orange hair, they try and get away from that colour rather
Is she
than...
an orange hair to start?
No.
Well, there you go.
Pink, says Sebastian, is the guess. I went lighter, similar to the blonde when I was a kid.
I was just about to say blonde because blondes have more fun.
Do they?
That's what they reckon.
What song's that? Is that a song title?
Marilyn Monroe thing. Back in the day.
Good bloke she was, wasn't she?
Marilyn.
There is a rocker called Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
Cool.
Now,
that's a bit different.
I've heard a story about him.
Oh.
Do I repeat it on the stream?
No.
Back to the cricket. This looks like 6.
That is going to be 6.
That's 6.
Apparently, he had a few ribs removed so that he was more flexible for some sort of activity.
Yeah, that's quite possible. Yeah.
And I ain't talking about touching the toes.
He was a specimen.
And I was not sure if it's a song, was album name, I think. And one boxer was on drugs or was a drugs cheat court days before the fight. They cancelled the fight. Fans have got refunds. Millions bought that. What's going on? Hey, I'd like to think eventually they would refund it though. Unless, of course, like, I don't know what their plan would be, I guess. I never saw myself with dark hair. I like my blonde hair. I just didn't like that my hair was slowly going darker, hence why I went lighter. There's Amelia. My hair's going a little bit grey.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got quite a few grey ones sneaking in. It's all the stress of being too lit.
Is that what it is?
No.
Nothing to do with us.
You want to hang on to the grey ones, at least they stay.
That is true. Become a silver fox when I'm 25.
Yeah, totally. There's a banana in the cricket.
And of course, bananas always come in bunches. And he's got all the gang together.
No, there's a bunch of them. Yep.
Keith now pitched up. Maybe Short slowed down a little bit in recent times, hasn't
Well, he hasn't had any strike.
he? And your hair is just going, Hamish. Yeah, it's true. Cheers, Sebastian. To be fair, when I tie it back, it looks real bad there. And also, I talked about this with one of the other guys the other day. I think it was either George or Isaac. How now that I've had it tied back for so many years, like if I went short, it wouldn't sit right, and it would stay back like that, so it would look even worse
You reckon?
probably. I have to get plenty of gel in there. I was just like Anchorman. He reads whatever is in the chat. I do. Sometimes gets me in trouble. And blondes have more fun. It's Rod Stewart's 9th album. 9th album.
Yeah.
To get through 9 albums is pretty impressive.
But he is pretty good.
Yeah. He's been singing for a bit.
How old is Rod Stewart? 63, 72. Born 1945.
Oh my God, he's 1,000.
Yeah, I thought he was.
And his daughter's 58 years old.
Wow.
There you go.
His ex-wife's 53.
His new wife's
His new wife's probably 27.
Similar to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really? Okay.
Often you hear the jokes of
Are we doing the
Leonardo DiCaprio went to the Oscars.
Cricket's
Oh,
on. We're doing the cricket?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing the cricket.
Yeah. Talk about Rod Stewart a little bit.
Oh,
Decided to join in.
because you know there's only us that can hear it, don't you?
That is true.
Huh?
To be fair, it's almost only us watching it. Live stream.
Oh,
Hi to everyone all the way from South Africa. Says Grant, welcome in.
oh.
You're doing well. Only 14 overs down, 115 for 2.
I mean, got 6 singles in that over. That was a bit disappointing.
Anticlimactic.
Oh.
They haven't taken the power surge yet. Oh, now we've got even less people.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Not how it works.
Oh, back then.
That big thing in the middle there is what we're aiming for.
Hi, Bubsy.
Enjoy your snack.
She's got the munchies.
Mm.
Right. Lucky last over here.
She's missed the power surge.
Here it comes.
Lucky last over. What for you? Well,
That umpire's waving to you.
she's very friendly, isn't she?
She is.
Richard Hammond is 52.
Who?
Richard Hammond. And Shadab is playing, not in this game. I believe he's with, actually, he swapped sides. He's no longer a Sydney Sixers guy, I don't think. Shadab Khan.
Oh.
I think he's side for another team. I'm not too sure what side that is. So, okay. There's this in there. Right, power surge. 2 men outside of the ring. Short might go bang here. They've got a pretty well set partnership, though, so you don't want to throw that away. Just for a few extra chances of runs. Who do you think they sacrifice here? Who do you think's the big hitter? You going with the man who's slightly set?
Yep. I think Short's going to go bang here.
Who is Shadab? Shadab.
The other guy's been there long enough just to have a wee look. So,
Pakistan player, all rounder.
oh, that's not a good start.
It's a wide. They've said
I think this is bang time.
Normally DeWarsh is in the power play, but I don't think he's been bowling up to scratch.
Yeah.
In this one, so you probably couldn't risk him. Moses hasn't had a bowl yet, has he?
Nope.
Got plenty of talent though.
Dan Christian.
Although, is he in the lineup? Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa, that was even wider. It's going to work out as 4 runs. Would have had to bowl it again. If he hadn't gotten a little bit of bat on that, and also we have got there Marilyn Monroe was a bait. There's Elon there. I always wasn't sure if she was a real person or not.
Who?
Marilyn Monroe.
Oh.
I thought she was like a movie character.
Well, sort of. But she was a real person.
Did she hang around Elvis?
No.
Okay, different eras.
She hung around the president.
Which one?
JFK.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
see.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Was she the first ever clout chaser?
First ever what?
Clout chaser. She was like with him because she knew he'd get like beer views on YouTube, innit?
Ah.
So, you know,
Not
get
sure.
her name out there because she's with the big boss man.
Oh, she got enough bloody views on YouTube standing on that bloody event. Probably didn't need him.
No.
Mm.
But she needed her name out there, maybe JFK.
Someone else thought they didn't need him too, so they shot him.
True.
And his brother.
Bit rough, isn't it?
Was a bit rough.
And she was the president's mistress, says Tony. Outside of stump, I think that swayed away a little bit too much. No, it's a legal one. Must have stepped over a little bit.
Might have been lucky to get away with that one.
And also, we're going to hear Monica. I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Lewinsky.
Ah, yep, okay.
I don't understand the references.
Different president. Another presidential mistress.
Shot.
Yeah.
Straight down the ground. Short goes bang. One bounce four. Thought he got a little bit more on that. Who's favourite to win this match? I believe currently Adelaide Strikers, with the way that they've been able to tick over these runs in quick succession. But there's a decent chance that we may see the Sydney Sixers do the exact same thing when they end up batting.
The pitch is certainly playing true. There don't look to be any demons in it.
Unlike last night.
Other than those couple of little rippers that went through at the start of the game. But certainly nice and flat and they can play their shots. So it's just going to come down to where the bowlers bowl, basically.
That's big. From short again. Wrong length, wrong line. Didn't have a lot going for it there.
No.
Hayden Kerr, and I feel like...
I think he's been a little bit predictable in that over. Basically started off trying to bowl full and straight, or full and wide. And then he just got his length slightly wrong with the last two and allowed them to get underneath it.
They've said danger signs for the Sixers and making a plane. How'd you know? I hardly started it. Like 3 falls in. Also, hi, says Ali, welcome in. You doing well? And also, we're going to keep tomorrow Brisbane Heat match. That is true. The Brisbane Heat going to be in action. That's slightly just falling short. Was he walking in? Does it look like he should have been able to?
Or did he whack it into the ground? Because it didn't fly.
No.
It was a punch into the ground.
I think he almost should have been able to get to that.
Well, I think he got there, didn't he?
I
just wonder whether he's chunked it into the ground because it just didn't have any speed on it. Which, considering how well they've hit everything, would have really caught him off guard a little bit.
I don't think they're going to show us a replay.
Wow.
Must not have been much of a chance.
They're not in a hurry anyway.
No.
Waiting.
Here's a question for you. 33 more runs for Short to get to his century. 5 overs remaining. Can he get it? 1 more over of the power surge, currently on strike to Sean Abbott. Not an easy man to get away to the boundary normally.
Yeah. No, I don't think he will. I'm thinking he get 80 odd. 80 odd out.
Is it over the top? It'll be another 4 runs.
They've moved away, didn't it?
Although once again, not the ball to bowl to your field.
Not to that field.
No.
Only had to get it over the top and it was gone. Nobody out in the deep on that side.
We're shish, says
short
Gareth.
wide away outside off stumps. Not the line with no sweeper.
Shish informed us that he won't be back till the new year.
Oh, okay. Oh, well. Happy New Year to him.
Yes.
Oh, it's come back with a slow ball down leg. The Strikers are just making a little bit of a mess of this at the moment. No, not the Strikers.
There's such a strong bowling lineup. The pressure seems to be getting to them today.
Yeah, the Sixers are just, not quite sure that they've got their 100% plan that they want to stick to, and it's That's another one down leg, so that's
Another
just
4
whipped away
runs.
for 4.
Short moves up to 75 now.
Mhm.
That's only an extra 2 balls since we predicted. Also, we got a interesting message for the 10-month membership from Paddy. He said, Hamish loves kids. Keep them away from schools. JK. I do live quite close to a school, don't I?
What?
Yeah. Meet Paddy. Have you met Paddy before? Member for 10 months.
Uh-huh.
I was like, Shish, must be watching the Bangladesh versus India test, which I couldn't give a toss about.
Oh, he's gone again down.
That's gone big. From short, another 4 runs. He's up to 79 now.
Yeah.
He's being gifted.
Well, they're making it easy for him at the moment. Aye.
All right, yes, Baba Azam's playing against India, hey? Says Gav, he is. So Raz will let you know about that one as well.
Bowl it down leg on length. He's lucky he didn't get hit for 6, really.
I like my playing.
That's a very nice play.
Thank you. All right, wasn't it?
Haven't none for 32 of 2.3 overs.
That's a better ball. And it's well fielded. I thought for a second that was going to go through the field, which is normally the case, isn't it?
It was a hell of a lot better ball, though, wasn't it?
Hose is an English batter, good player, says Greg Galway. So there's a chance we may not see Colin de Gron home. Get a bat on this contest.
Colin will be in next. There's only 1 wicket away. You'll be able to come in for a 2-over bash.
Just for fun.
Yep. 6 off 6 and out.
I'll say, low JFK, check your dad, says Elon there. I was a Kiwi, I'm doing party. Yeah, because Argentina beat Croatia. That's a nice drive down the ground. Not hit well enough to Vince. Get through for 1. Strategic. He's given the other man 1 ball to face.
Yep.
Power surge just
Moves
about
through
over.
80 off 51.
Been a very good power surge.
Has been. Once again, the Sixers haven't bowled very well on it.
Right, what does Hose do here?
Swing for the hills.
He wasn't from England, some would say Jose.
Oh, he looked like he was batting down the ground for a single.
Does get one.
He wanted the strike.
He got the strike for the next over. End of the power surge. I want to say about 35.
Yeah, no, they got a few.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, but 3 overs done for 34.
Expensive.
Wickets are proving hard to get at the moment.
Does that mean that the Sydney Sixers, though, are going to have as much success on this wicket? I'm looking forward to Rashid Khan.
I think the Strikers bowlers should be working out a bit of a plan. The advantage of bowling second, obviously. You get to see what worked for the opposition.
Showing that one, Chris Lynn's dismissal. Naveed picks him up there. But I think Rashid Khan for the spin aspect, Peter Siddle, just with the amount of experience that man's got.
Yeah.
Knowing how to bowl in the death and also in the opening overs of a game.
He'll be difficult in this. It looks like there's a little bit of turn, so. Impressed with this young fellow, though, with Naveed. Certainly 1 for 14 off, well, 1 for 15 now off 3.1.
And when you consider that he has pretty much, he's bowled to Matt Short, he's bowled to Chris Lynn. Not exactly some light hitters. That's not well struck by Short. He's going to go through the gap, though. Another 4 runs. Moves up to 84 runs now. Also, we're going to especially from our Bangladesh is doing bad. The bluff, I couldn't give a shit. Oh, that was brutal. Give me tomorrow, Colin Munro versus Aaron Finch. It'll be an interesting clash. It's just a shame that once again Mitch Marsh is injured for the Perth Scorchers.
Again?
Yeah, he's out for the whole season.
Oh, no.
3 months. That's in the
got
air.
him. Expect to be second.
Dismissed for 84. What'd you say again?
84, 85, wasn't it?
80. Yeah, something like that.
Huh?
Matt Short dismissed. Naveed gets another wicket.
He's bowling well. We all know that Colin can't play spin, so this will be interesting. Once you got 3 balls left.
Yeah. Who else have they got? Oh, they've still got Stephen O'Keefe as well. Another spin option.
To bowl, yeah.
Yeah. So, predictions now, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. How many runs does Colin de Grandhomme get? Currently, he's got a total of 3.3 overs remaining. Hose will probably have more of the strike, but de Grandhomme, I'm going to go early prediction. I said 12, didn't I? I'm sticking with 12.
Yep.
How many are you giving him?
6.
6?
Yep.
In one shot? 6 and out?
Yeah.
In true de Grandhomme fashion?
No, I think he'll try and work a single here. Although he's just as liable to play a reverse sweep.
Well played, short game. And there's Ryan, and also we have got 32, says Heads of Blaze. Strikers in a very good position, says Grant.
He's got a best 86 in the BBL.
158 career strike rate.
Oh, he's well
Sits
bowled.
it back. He puts it on his stumps.
Unfortunately, the reason we're a little bit harsh on Colin de Grandhomme is that when he plays for the Kiwis or for New Zealand, he has a habit of getting himself out in the dumbest fashion. And normally at exactly the wrong time.
Well, that one was the wrong one.
Yep.
Micken, no run.
Yeah, no run. 2 from 2.
You did say you thought he would go at less than a run a ball.
Yep. He's ticking. He's ticking.
19 years old, they've just said Navitas.
Yes. He's got a big future. He's bowled really well here for a debut game. He dragged that one down. Big Colin's gone bang.
6.
Oh, he's let himself down.
The final ball, I don't know why he tried that. I think that was actually on purpose.
I think it got stuck in his hand. He's just dragged it down.
2 for 25. He finishes his 4 overs at, though, just
Pretty good.
under the 6 economy.
Pretty good.
Love from Bangladesh, Kiwi. 190 in the 20 overs. What did I say? 175. I think they're getting more than that at this rate.
3 overs to go. Yeah, I think he's looking to get up to 190. Close to 190. You've got to be looking for 30 of the last 3.
I'll let you know what was going through me.
Try it. Straight through one of the big lights.
Should I give it a go?
No, don't do it.
Yeah? I think it would go right into that wall.
You reckon?
It's a good plane.
I think it'll make a hole in your light. There you go.
You think so?
Give it a wheel, though. That's what this is going to happen. You stab me in the eye with it.
Actually, had a dip in the front, didn't it?
That crashed.
I kind of chickened out of it.
Oh, Big Colin's got 6 from 3 at the moment.
Yeah, I see what you mean by Tom Kelly's picture. Kind of looks like a young Michael Jackson. Excited?
Oh, Big Colin won't like that.
No, he doesn't enjoy running 2s. He doesn't enjoy running 1s.
It's just a low one. He goes, no.
And long lead fast bowlers, they're tall, averaging 6'6", are galloping and with long strides. Something the West Indies used to do very well. With those big bowlers, steaming in, forcing you back in the crease. I think Naveed's pretty disappointed with that last ball, isn't he?
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, that was close to the leg stump. Is that going to get called as a wide?
Surely not. Hey?
No,
another code advantage on the stump that would have bowled him, so you can't. Surely you can't call it a wide, and they haven't. So yeah, thank God for that. Hey? They get a bit carried away sometimes with the ones down leg side where they just call it because it went down leg. Well, there's not much point in having 2 sides of the wicket if you're going to do that.
I think they just said about Naveed a little bit earlier on about how if he hadn't gone for that 6, it would have been close to the best figures.
Oh, he's bugging
for a
up.
youngster.
Yeah, he's bugging up that fielding though, but never mind.
Here was your prediction today. Who will win, France or Morocco? I'll go France because they're favourites, but there's a chance that we see Morocco pull off another upset. And also rocking Rod Stewart. He's about 130
as long
now.
as Argentina don't win the phone call.
Oh, okay.
Not a fan of Argentina. Sorry to any Argentinians, but
we've got a few viewers.
Messi just pisses me off.
They've decided to go pink and green hair dye, vegetable powder, acid colours, punk rocker from the 90s. There's Ruth. Did you ever go through a patch where you were like, I kind of want to dye my hair? No. Did anyone, like, back at your school, did anyone come up with the green hair or the pink hair? Or
no. You went sort of loud. That's sort of shit, basically, when we were at school. It's only in the modern day thing where You're not allowed to beat kids anymore that they've decided that it's, you know.
That's a shot. That's a big one from Hose. 6 runs. How many sixes is that now in this game? About 4? 4 or 5?
It's getting up there with it. But once again, that's about the 4th ball that's been targeted on leg stump. You know, he's been widened a couple of times. He's had one that shaved the leg stump that didn't get widened. Just
So Morocco says Ryan, and France says Grant. So a little bit of a split there. And also Morocco for sure says Ruth, and also we over there Kiwi alert.
49. Oh, Dawson is going to break the 50.
Oh, yeah, he's got himself his half century. Well batted by Dawson at the bowling. Not what you want in a T20.
Not what you want in a T20.
The thing is, though, he's just as likely to come back in a few days' time and get like 3 or 4 wickets.
Yep.
It's just the brutal part of T20 is if you're not on, you're not on.
If you're getting it wrong, you're getting punished for it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also a good balance from Adelaide. The church choir boys are going well. Says Elon there. And also Kiwi, I'll go for Morocco because they are confident to beat France because they how they beat Portugal, says Ryan there. Well, would you say France are confident from how they beat England? You know?
Harry's still upset he missed the goal.
Is he? He'd tell everyone he could about it too, wouldn't he?
It's because they took too long to allow him to kick it, apparently. Had too much time to think about it. Right. Curta de Gronholm, number 31 versus 6 off 3. Number 31 off 3.
Oh,
well,
just inside. I think Kerr's definitely been, I would say, the most unlucky bowler to not get a wicket. Because the Warshers, you'd have to say he didn't deserve it. Abbott, to an extent, maybe. You'd say he's bowled all right. But Kerr, he was the one who was bowling those rippers to Chris Lynn early on. That nice bit of swing.
Well, they were just too good to get a wicket, basically.
Ron home on strike, the Kiwi. Born in Zimbabwe. That's too wide. Philippe not too happy about it. Rod Stewart's wife is awesome, much younger, one of the longest marriages in music celeb history. There's a roof there.
Yes, for a man with a bit of a raspy voice and all the rest of it and that, he's been around a long time. Sang a lot of good songs along the way.
What's one that I would know? I feel like there's probably quite a few, but...
Wake Up Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. No?
Quite from The Simpsons, isn't it?
What? Right. There's your quiz. Rod Stewart songs.
Rod Stewart songs.
Married Rachel Hunter. Kiwi model? No. Sure. Right. You've been living under your rock the last 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other songs you can think of?
I've got a few I can think of the words, but I can't think of the name at the moment. It'll come to me in a sec. Put me on the spot. No.
Is that a song?
No. It probably is for someone.
9th album. Surely he's up to that stage.
Colin's got 7.
You're doing well. Good on it.
Yep. 7 off 5.
Go Adelaide, a few more boundaries, please. Cheers, Ruth. Hayden Kerr. And again, he's bowling.
10 balls to go.
Dose. Advances, that's going to be...
You moved over a wee bit. He might have got away with that one.
Yep, it is all right. Philippe's face is hard to tell whether or not they're given as white. Sometimes you can tell, but other times he just looks angry anyway.
Yeah.
Will Pekowski
Who?
on the commentary.
Oh.
Man who's had 13 concussions in his life.
Oh.
About half from cricket and half from AFL football or something like that. Shot down the ground, but he didn't get all of it, but it is going to be going down into the gap.
All safely between the two. Easy couple.
All right. Also, 194 for 4. Oh, Novma. You might know a few Rod Stewart songs, perhaps. Have you got any well-known Rod Stewart songs that you can think of?
I can't think of them, mate.
Was it in the 80s that he was doing the
Oh, well, yeah, all the way through.
all the way through?
Yeah. Ah, where's Mum when you need her?
Really in food, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I think that was just the excuse to leave.
Is that what it was?
Was that given as a wide?
No.
No?
Couldn't be.
Oh.
Oh, was that one? Because he didn't move that time.
Also, wow. And there are huge issues with World Rugby just around the corner. The corruption, geez, don't tell me. But when you look at other sports, it was only a matter of time. And there for the Laporte scam. Yeah. So New Zealand main sponsor, or one of their main sponsors, is now in a bit of hot water. That's a great shot.
That's a very fancy shot.
Almost.
Just angled the bat and run it basically through the gully region. Let the pace of the ball just take it, didn't he?
Exactly. The host is actually closing in on his half century now.
Right.
15
So
away.
we've got 7 balls to go.
And decent batting. A lineup for the Sixers. This will be a challenge, says Sebastian. Definitely because normally...
Sailing, that was right. Yep, Rod Stewart. Yep, well done.
Is that the sailing?
One they used for the America's Cup.
I'll be sailing that one.
Yeah.
Okay. That might be the only song I know of his.
Bang.
He just said bang too. There's an echo.
Yep.
Except we're 30 seconds behind, so you must have copied him.
Ah. Right. Okay, Colin on strike for the last over. Jose 39 off 20. But the non-strikers in. I bet he'd like to get down the other end.
And first cut is the deepest.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
Hello, says Mr. Cautious Bets. Welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing all right.
Yep. Hello, Mr. Cautious.
Well, you got the flames going in the background, looking very overcast.
Yeah, those clouds are getting a little bit darker, aren't they?
Rhythm of My Heart.
Yep. They're all coming out now. The rhythm of my heart, beating like a drum. The birds are saying, rolling off my tongue.
Is that not just sailing?
Yeah, could be too. No. Could be. Could be the sailing song. But anyway, yep. Moving on.
Did you just change the title? The lyrics and go sweet ads. What is the venue? Adelaide Oval. Shot from de Gronholm. Has he got it? Oh, no, he hasn't. He's going to be dismissed. You said 6. He got 7. We weren't too far off for de Gronholm. And also Mr. Cautious Bets.
7 off 5, 7 off 6. 7 off 6. He got me by 1. Oh, Colin. You've let me down.
Well, he almost was 6 and out, wasn't he?
Yep.
For de Gronholm. Like they're saying, got a fair bit of it.
Picked out the longest boundary in the game.
Gronholm first innings. Gets that one wrong.
Caught silk. Thanks very much for going.
Right. 5 balls remaining, but that gets Hose on strike.
Yes.
A bit of a benefit. Ask your dad if he knows the song Green Door.
Yeah. It's not a Rod Stewart song, is it?
Green Door.
Behind the green door. Yeah, it's not a Rod Stewart song.
Oh, no, that one, unfortunately.
Do you not?
No.
Look it up. Google.
The Green Door.
Yeah.
We won't be able to play it, though, unfortunately.
Well, I want to. I just want to know who sings it.
Oh.
Who sings Green Door?
Who sings The Green Door? Jim Lowe?
Oh, no. Not the one I was thinking of.
Was he like the original Green Doorist?
Could be.
Maybe. Kiwi struggling in Australia, unheard of, says Sebastian. And also, it will take 5 overs to know if Sixers stand a chance. Yeah, once we see their first partnership.
Yeah.
How they develop through the power play. Josh Philippi, normally he's either goes out before 10. In fact, goes out before 5 or gets a 50
So
normally.
how come Rashid was facing that?
They must not have run. Which seems really dumb, but that's a de Grandhomme move. Like we mentioned, he does the dumb things for the Kiwis.
Yeah.
I think he's done a dumb thing there. He thought Sixer out. That was going to be Sixer out for Hose. Let's see, he gets the one.
So that, yeah.
What
So
a
they didn't run.
mistake. No.
And Colin just stood there and said, "Oh, I've got him." No, I haven't. Uh-oh.
The only other thing is if they had run too, but he wouldn't have got there in that time, would he? Good on home. And I was like, your dad looks like a ZZ Top fan and Ozzy Osbourne.
ZZ Top I quite like. Ozzy Osbourne was never really a fan of his.
You weren't a fan of the Crazy Train? That's going to be straight to the fielder. Once again, Rashid Khan dismissed for a low total.
Wow. At the end of the day, they've only got about 3 balls. It's just on that, isn't it?
He's laughing about me. Hear me out here. Rashid Khan reminds me of Mr. Bean.
What? Mr. Bean?
Just a little bit. I don't know whether it's the way he, something about him makes me think of Mr. Bean every time.
Uh-huh. Okay.
As she wears it well, says Elon there. And come on, need some sixes. Says no moment, Rashid Khan, 1 off 2 deliveries. That will just make him angrier for his bowling. Just a little bit of Mr. Bean there. Straight on.
Really?
Bean.
Okay.
That's Rashid. Yeah. Thomas Kelly can smack a ball well.
Can
Are
he?
they just not running? Because Hose once again is going to be at the non-strikers here. Does he just sit on his back or something?
Oh, no, didn't
That one travelled quite
They didn't
quick,
hit that
though,
one
didn't it?
far enough, though, but we get a single there.
Surely you're
They wouldn't have crossed
sprinting,
over.
aren't you?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah.
Aye.
Rashid Khan reminds of Mr. Bean. That's the most racist statement I've heard today. How come?
Nice what?
The racist statement.
Oh, I'll tell you a racist
Oh,
statement.
no, don't do that. No. I think it's just something about his facial structure
Oh.
reminds me of
Right.
Bean. You know? I don't know what it is. Don't know if it's
Did you know that racist is one of the most commonest words or commonly used words nowadays?
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Right. And as Morgan Freeman once said,
Uh-oh.
it's only racist because people make it racist. It'll be a perfectly innocent statement until someone decides that it should be racist. And that's the reason that racism exists at the moment.
I'm giving
Tell
it.
you what?
Yeah, it's finally been given.
What was he thinking about?
I had to there. Abbott gets 3 wickets in his over. Very nice done. Facts from South Africa.
And goes
Oh
for
no.
it.
You've been impression is good though. Mr. Bean meets a highest bucket. And this is a disaster, says Aiden.
Right, yeah, 184.
Mr. Bean.
They're probably 10 shy of what they should be there. I'd be picking.
Okay, they've gone upstairs here just to try and get the single. Possibly. I gave it a plumb out. I don't know whether my finger was too high for my outage, but did you give it in the end? I don't know whether
I didn't give it. The only thing that'll save them here is if they think it's pitching outside off.
Rashid Khan is a bit of a loosey-goosey, just like Mr. Bean. Says Greg.
Nah.
Oh, he stepped across, hasn't he?
Nah.
It's
Hit in,
going to be
front of off.
plumb as a plum there.
It's hitting about half out middle stump.
Abbott very happy. Oh, do you still think Sydney can chase it down? Well, they got a good side. No edge on that one.
Right, there's no bat. He's toast.
I think this is going to be middle stump.
It's about, see the C on KFC? That's about where it's hitting. It's swinging in slightly.
Yeah, about there.
It's hitting. Oh, it's probably the F.
The reviews
slightly lower than.
Reviews lost. That's a great over from Abbott, though.
This umpire's going, why were they pressing? Jeez, I thought long and hard about that. Sure, he was out.
He is a game changer. 3 runs, 3 wickets. Final over. 10.
True story.
3 runs, 3 wickets.
Yeah, they're about 10 shy.
Matty Short, though, great innings from him. 84 runs on the ball, 41 for Chris Lynn, 40 for Adam Hose. There weren't really too many batsmen other than Wheeler to an extent that went out early. Like De Gronholm, at the stage that he went out there, he was probably going to have to accelerate anyway.
Yeah. The last sort of 3 wickets, you can't sort of count 3-4 wickets.
Frank Spencer and Mr. Bean.
Oh, Frankie.
What was he off? Only Fools and Horses?
Oh, Frank Spencer.
No, he's on something. He's on an old show.
He's off Frank
Betty.
Yep.
Betty, what are you doing, Betty?
He was the original Phantom of the Opera.
What's his show called?
Frank Spencer.
Only
some others do have.
Some will have them.
Some others.
Some others. You lads do Thriller.
He was the original Phantom of the Opera.
Was he?
Yeah. Everybody thought, how the hell can a man who acts like a complete and utter idiot sing so beautifully? The Phantom of the Opera.
There you go.
Was Frank Spencer there?
Tomorrow, Matthew Ranshew play. There you go. You lads do Thriller very well. Commentary, disco beat. Michael Jackson would be very happy. See, there's a roof there. And also, it's all up to Philippi and Silk. Fingers crossed. And Philippi has to go crazy with Silk. And what a last over this was with the 10 out of 10. Yeah, it was a very good one. So now it's just that question of, are they going to be able to try and get close? I think Sydney Sixers have a decent crack here. I don't know whether or not my co-host is coming back. I've just realised he's dropped the mic. Dropped it down. And now it's just me by myself at the moment. Anyone who is new, surely will like and subscribe. I believe the matchup tomorrow is the Brisbane Heat playing the Perth? No, not playing Perth. Who are they playing tomorrow? They might be playing Melbourne Renegades, actually. Brisbane Heat versus Melbourne for that one. Crying faces remain. Look, mate, if you don't want to lose the money, don't put the bets on. We've told you this multiple times. Because it starts as a $10 bet, and then now you're putting more on it. So you gotta think more strategically about it. Can't help you. We've warned you many times. Where's Mum? She was at the table. I think she's still in the dining room. But they've both run away from me, sadly. So it's just me by myself now. But maybe they'll come back. I hope they do. At least for the first 5 overs would be nice. It might just be me for the rest of the stream. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting one tomorrow because Brisbane Heat versus Melbourne Renegades, we've actually got cricket training before it. So I'm either going to be extremely red and puffed, depending on the time, or we might be well showered and ready to go. There's no way they're chasing this target down with Rashid Khan bowling 4 overs. That is very true. He's a dangerous man. And Hamish, can we please have a house tour during the break? The camera's actually attached to the computer. So I can hardly even give you a room tour. But if you want to see more of our house, I recommend checking out that vlog that we put on the channel the other day. You get to see a couple other rooms that you haven't really seen too much and also a bit more of this one. So it's a decent option. And also Kiwi Lazy Parents is a lovely couple, something getting Betty or something getting more scares by the day. Says Grant, yeah, they're always in a happy mood. And the good news is they're willing to come on the live streams because I guess I take up that much space in the lounge that they might as well. You know, they might be back. I think I'm confident, or not confident, but I would say we've got a 45% chance that my dad comes back for the power surge or the power play at the start of this next innings. For my mum to come back is probably about a 4.3% chance. But we'll try it. I'm going to send them a message and just find out who is joining me. And then if no one's joining me, I could lie down on the couch. Rashida is going bad, horribly. 3 no balls, says Aiden there. It's going bad, horribly. 3 no balls. Geez, if he has some no balls, that would be pretty poor. I think more likely boundaries, probably more likely to come from Rashid Khan. And Hamish, my favourite person. I'm back. I have some work before the new year, but I got cancelled today, so I'm free now. I am back to your lovely show. Good news is that Jessica come on the February 2023. She tells me, awesome. You're going to be able to see her. Usman Khawaja currently joining them on the commentary. There we go. I've sent the message asking whether or not I'm going to have a different person with me for the second half. Oh no, Usman Khawaja's getting interviewed. He forgot to turn his microphone on. He's just unmuted himself. Oh no, Khawaja's out on a dinner date with his wife. And he's outside at the moment having the interview. And Sydney wins. I'm asking out Katie again. Says Sydney, haven't you got a girlfriend, Aiden? What happened to the one that you're supposed to marry after like a week? That doesn't want to meet your family and that wants you to put a ring on it so that, what was it? Her parents, she had parent issues or something like that. Well, that's what I got from the scenario anyway. Might have been a different story. Yeah, but that's what it sounded like. More than likely. I just showing Usman Khawaja some of the test match that he has been able to do. Rod Stewart, I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt, Forever Young, beautiful song. Oh, is he I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt? I know that song. I'm almost too large for this shirt, unfortunately, in terms of, like, it's an older shirt. I have a couple new shirts I've worn. The funny thing is, I have got a wardrobe full of clothes, but I wear the same thing on every live stream in terms of like the same set of about 5 t-shirts, same set of 5 hoodies. Like I've only really mixed it up like twice when I wear like a Santa suit or an actual suit. So it's one of those ones that eventually we're going to start wearing some different stuff on the streams, which is going to look weird because you guys will be that used to seeing me wear the exact same stuff over and over again. We've got Rashid Khan as key performer to watch out today, Rashid versus Moses. And can you make a blog of George asking out Katie? Says Aiden. But that doesn't make any sense for your last statement, Aiden, because if Sydney win, then that's going to be a bit of an overlap scenario, won't it? You know, you got to think these scenarios through. You got to think of them as play for play, how we're going to set them up. I don't even know what we're vlogging this week, to be honest. We haven't really filmed too much on the channel. I think my mum's actually going to come to my cricket on Saturday, and I'm actually going to have her do a little bit of vlogging on the sideline. He used to have the word sexy in most of his songs, says Ruth. I've just heard no and no from the kitchen. I'm gonna have to get them back on the couch if they want to discuss. See what I did there? Amy's is gonna get 100 for us. Gonna get 100 for us. 100 what, Aiden? Oh, yeah, 100 runs. I've just clicked. Nah, no, I don't know where I'll be betting. I might not even be. I probably will end up opening, but I don't mind if they put me down the order to give some other people a chance. But I think the big thing is going to be getting that strike rotating. Something that our side doesn't do that well is continuously score runs every once in a while. And are you playing? And are you an all-rounder like me? So I will be playing. I believe it's actually on Saturday at about 1:30, which means that we'll be missing the first day of Australia-South Africa, sadly, which is a big shame. Unless it rains, then we will be covering that instead. But it's going to be a fun experience. I do bowl and I do bat. Probably going to be bowling either leg spin or medium pace. Maybe medium pace just because my leg spin, I haven't been practicing it much over the last little while. Maggie, I'm sailing Rod Stewart, says Ruth. Who's Maggie? Is that his missus? Is that who he like wrote all the songs for or about? Who would Maggie be? Maggie's actually the name of George's dog. But I assume that Rod didn't write the songs about George's dog, as George's dog wouldn't have been alive at the time. I used to open the bowling. I am betting. My best sport was rugby 8th man. Says it was a Grant there, and Hamish will get a hat trick and make a century. Your hopes are very high. I mean, I guess you got to aim big, don't you? I've got to get through practice tomorrow, though, because I have got a bit of a foot injury, which I know sounds weird to say, seeing as I do sit here so often, but it was last time I was practicing bowling. The surface where you run in kind of goes like that as you keep on going, like there's little dirt clumps and grass that's uneven, and I think I absolutely buggered one of my feet when I was running in. Right, 185 runs to win, though. 20 overs going to be on the board for them. 9.25 and over here for them to get the victory. Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, do you think they will be able to do it? I will quickly mention to my co-commentators that we've got approximately 2 minutes till the start. They might have left. And I was like, Hamish, I think you're the best batsman in me. I don't play any single ball of cricket. Hamish is the best person in the world. And I was like, ouch, that's bad. Says Grant there. And also we've got the Hamish, will Morocco knock out France? It's hard to say. France are definitely favourites, but I'm not too sure whether or not they'll be able to get the job done. I do know what that means, Grant. I've done plenty of Curry Cup live streams on the channel, and they slowly taught me pretty much all of the bad words from South Africa. So that's pretty handy. And here he is, says Gareth. And there as well. Yeah, it's not quite the new year, is it yet? This couch feeling awfully empty at the moment. Might have a guest later on. And also we have got there, Hamish, you are my favourite person. I am my no, I'm joking. I was about to say I'm my favourite person too, but that is a lie. But thank you. Hugely appreciate it. Game called off versus La Rochelle. Oh, who we're going to be playing La Rochelle, Gregor? Was that? It was one of the Irish sides, wasn't it? I was like, here or move to Dublin. Says Gregor. And Shakin Stevens, green door. Says Ruth. Shakin Stevens. Okay. Ulster. Okay. Because we're hoping to do a bit of the Champions Cup today. Or not today, sorry, for the weekend. I just noticed, is it just the camera angle or does my right arm look double the size of my left arm? And I know there's going to be some analogies put in the chat, so everyone calm down a little bit. I mean, typing about it. But yeah, one of my arms looks, is it the, no, it's not to do with the angle of the arm. It's just one of them looks a lot bigger. Maybe it is close. No, I don't know what it is. Hamish, can your mum find me a decent girlfriend? You've got one, Aiden. You're currently in the process of proposing to one in the next week or so, from what you've told us. So let's hope she doesn't watch the streams, eh? Everyone was thinking it, Jay, but I knew that it was probably going to take a true trooper to be able to put it in the chat. Welcome in, bud. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're excited for the second innings. I can confirm it's not from that though. It's got to be the angle. There you go. See, it's just, oh no, it still looks small. And I was like, she's not decent, or she's not decent, she's crazy. Well, I'm glad you've been able to find that out, Aiden. And now it's that case of you've got to make the big decision because you made your bed in regards with her. So now you got to work out whether or not you're going to lay in that bed. Not literally. Do not do any activities such as that, or else you'll get yourself in more trouble in the future. But you got to work out what your next strategy is because, yeah, you're in that scenario. You've got in that scenario, and now you got to either work out how to get out of it without her stabbing you, or you got to work out how to change your name. Second one's probably easier. To be honest, I'm busy setting up the braai, having a beer and some 420. Says Grant there. Is Aiden still drunk, homeless, and still gambling? Well, I know he's still gambling. Not sure about the other two. I like your hairstyle. My hairstyle is very bad, says Shish. If your hairstyle is bad, Shish, I wouldn't worry about it. Like my hair, in 2 years' time, when you're like, Hamish, your hairstyle used to be good because I'm going to be bald when I'm like 25. So a couple years' time, you come back, even if you've got the smallest mohawk up the middle spiked up, it will still be better than what I'm rocking with. So there's hope yet. And also, I'm not homeless. I have a house, says Aiden there. And it's just, I couldn't imagine you had a good one. Yeah. Oh, brutal. Have you got a mullet, Shish? A lot of people have mullets. The moment second innings about to take place. If anyone is going to be joining me on the live stream for the second innings. No noise. I didn't read the message from my mum 4 minutes ago when I asked Either her and Dad coming back. She put no. It's a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? So much space. Matt Short going to be opening the bowling now. I'm sure people will be interested in seeing what he does with the ball in hand now, because he's already done brilliantly with the bat. I'm going to put a sad face. There we go. I say Matty Short, not a huge spinner of the ball, but the second innings about to get underway. Philippi on strike. A little bit of an advance down the wicket there from Philippi. They do take the single. Nice easy run there. And also we go with their laughing face from Grant. So they need 9.2 and over. Jay Hayes, you are very nice laughter. Says Shish there. Exactly right. Adelaide Strikers 6 for 184. So they lost a few early wickets in their process of Witherald. And then actually, no, to be fair, that next partnership went for a little while until it ended up getting broken. Gareth, okay, as your wish, says Shish there for the haircut. Very nice laughter. Okay. I'm not sure if that's a compliment, Jay. I'll take it as a compliment. Matthew Kelly, he's got a good arm on him, but that's going to be 2 runs here for Curtis Patterson. Now, I should mention that man, how many teams has he had? He used to be at the Thunder. Then he was at the Perth Scorchers, I think, last year. Now he's an opening batsman for the Sydney Sixers. And I was like, that's going in my Tinder bio. That'll do nicely. Down the ground, another single taken. Rotating it quite nicely. Also, I'll take it too. Oh, Jay, I have a story for you. My mango. I decided to put it in the fridge just for the final 12 hours before I was going to eat it. I was very excited. I had just finished that 40-hour streaming weekend, something along those lines. And it was morning. And boy, was I excited for the $6.50 mango. It was overripe. And my heart broke on the spot. Because, when you know a mango should be good and it's not. It was at that stage of it's almost clear in certain spots, and it just wasn't nice. So yeah, that ruined my whole year. Pitched up. I dropped it. Sorry, I yelled. That's a terrible drop from Matt Short. That was about as easy of a caught and bowled chance as you can have. I heard of a brilliant strategy. You get both Tinder and Grinder. If you don't get her, you can get her brother. Game's game, isn't it? And oh dear, says Jay. And ouch, says Grant. Come on, the Sixers, says Grant as well. But yeah, now I'm trying to work out whether or not I want another mango. And if I'm going to take the risk of another mango. That's the other side of things. It's risky business. I might get one actually on Monday and have it on the day. Should have taken it back and swapped it for a freshie. Expensive mistake, mate. Yeah, it was. But they delivered it, you see. So unfortunately, I'd have to travel 30 minutes to be able to take it back. And then when you kind of take the petrol into consideration, she's a bit high. Risky business, says Grant. Exactly right. The mango trade's a tough one. You got to get the right mango at the right time, or else it's sad. It can be a hard one to swallow. Did I tell you guys of the time that I swallowed a mango accidentally? Not a whole one, just a big chunk of one. It was frozen and it wasn't supposed to go down. Come on, Josh Philippi, he said. 3 balls faced, 2 runs of it. I feel like I keep on going like this because I don't know what to do with my arms. You guys can see my whole arms now, and it's not normal because normally I'm cut off here. So my hands can just sit down here randomly and just chill. I can do some disco moves with them and whatnot, but I can't do that here. Well, I could, but it just, once again, I don't know why. It's my reflex to just touch my face because I don't know what to do with the hands now. Bango, nailed it. I'm very lonely. Look, or just be yourself, brother, says Grant. You don't want that. I feel like it sneaks through on the vlogs. Oh, I hear a person. Oh, they're opening the front door. I don't think they're actually coming in. A bit of a shame. Where's Agar? An outside leg. It's going to be a dot ball here. Never noticed your right arm before. No, I don't know what it is. I'm going to need assistance. Someone's outside at the moment. May I borrow a parent, please? Really hope this is my dad. This is going to be bad. Hey, Mum. Can I ask you a question? Is my right arm bigger than my left? No? Not from the scene. Okay, on the live stream, it just looks absolutely massive. Yeah. Why? Oh, yeah. Bowling, maybe. Yeah. Thank you, Mum. You want to take a seat? Okay. See you later. I was now ask you, Dad. Guys, Sixers don't ugly the name on New South Wales. And also, we have got JA's I know, says Emmanuel in there. And also, Emmanuel, congrats, alert the media, says Jay Hayes. Oh, actually, if I pull this down more and pull this one up more, no, it's still not the same. I don't do that much stuff with my right arm. Maybe the mouse? Using the mouse? Just digging a hole, aren't I? Philippi, 2 runs. Back down the ground. Agar, good first over, only 5 runs off it for him. Come on, the Sixers don't ugly the name in New South Wales. I'm a very shy person. I'm a very shy person myself sometimes, says Grant. I think the best advice I can give you for that is if there's awkward situations, just embrace them. It's kind of how I've got through YouTube. In a way, like, if you look right back at our original gaming videos, I used to say hardly any words overall. And now I don't stop talking. So I'd highly recommend, like, making the most of awkwardness, because in a weird way, I enjoy awkward scenarios, which is why I dig myself these holes. Because at the end of the day, it's still something, isn't it? It's going to be the first change. Thornton, nice away swing. They think it's the wicket. Yes, it is. And Thornton picks up Patterson here. That'll do for a wicket. And the right arm is visibly bigger. Also, decent wrist stamina on it. You shook once a water bottle. And the speed and stamina were inevitable. I wasn't going to mention it, says Sebastian. I have good hand coordination. That's what I'll say. I need a cricket ball. Maybe that's actually... No, I'm just trying to work out how I can... There's not... It shouldn't look this different. It's because the camera's here. Hang on. Oh. Huh? How about that? It's a lot closer now. It's because I was side on from the camera. So it enhanced it. See, that's the same now. Yeah, I was supposed to know the truth, mate. No. And what about your DNA, says Shish? My DNA? What about it? It's unique. I'll give you that. Is your dad's right arm bigger also? Might be in your DNA. I see where you're coming from there. At least Aaron shares his DNA with humans. Shish. And I was like, I see you're good now. Oh, you good now? Your 7's momentarily with 10 out of 10, says Grant there. James Vince, 98 not out. I remember when that bowl, I think it was 2 years ago, he was on 98, and then they actually ended up bowling a wide, which ended the innings because they only needed one run to win. The couch is too big for just one person. I could lie down on it. Wouldn't that look weird? That would look very weird. It would look like I'm in therapy. Commentary, my bad, Says Grant there. I was wondering what momentary had to do. Oh, Novus! That's going to be now James Vince out for a duck. Oh, Peter Siddle just got slapped in the side of the face from Tom Kelly, who is now apologising frantically to the 38-year-old. We're right back in the duck, says Emmanuel, and also we have got there Sebastian Grimar, lol, there's Shish Singh. Full Vince duck. That's not good for the Sydney Sixers. In fact, I'm going to check their odds because that should changed it. Go like this. And we will go like this, TAB. It's got to be 10 buckaroos, surely, for them at the moment. $5.50, but that's before the wicket of Vince. So we'll find out how much it goes up to after that. And Grant, don't worry, he knows it, says Shish in there. Now I feel like I should rotate the camera so that I'm central, so that my arm doesn't look absolutely massive. Better. It's still not straight on, but I don't know like that. It doesn't look as good with the curtain. By the way, that up there actually says a swear word, not my picture of me as a child. My parents probably said a swear word about that one, but the painting here, it's of a train falling out of a second story of a building, and it's got the word that's 4 letters and starts with an S there. Actually, how it is. Okay, Sydney Six is actually only $5.50 underdogs. Yeah, I would have thought they'd be a lot higher with the way they're sitting. And how much you skip Emmanuel? He's got the duck there from Emmanuel. I'm trying to think of the best duck impersonation I could do. And straight away I think of Donald Duck. So I don't think I'll do it. If there's an awkward situation, just embrace them. Hamish, remember the line. One day you'll look back talking for Sky or something and think, yeah, at balls I back myself, respect Hamish. Says Elon there. But I think it's also because if you're in an awkward scenario, the other person's probably feeling the exact same way. So, like, you either embrace that and either try and make it more awkward until either someone laughs or someone cringes so hard that they fall into a ball. And it just kind of breaks the tension. Do the Donald Duck. I would rather not do the Donald Duck, Emmanuel. I'll be honest. I'm more of a Mickey Mouse impersonation kind of guy. Although I don't know if my voice can go that high at the moment. Now they're $9 underdogs. The TAB is finally updated. 3 overs down, 2 for 13. I think Maggie was his first girlfriend or love, Hamish. Says Ruth. She is. Wait. Oh, yeah. Rod. Good old Rod. Back in the day. I was like, go on, give us a ma. Give you a ma. A ma. That's all up to Philippi, says Aiden. Yeah, and currently sitting on 3 off 6 deliveries, although Moses Henriquez, very handy batsman as well. So he'll have a decent crack. And there they've also got Daniel Hughes a bit further down the order. Few big hitters in the middle of the order with Sean Abbott, Ben DeWarshus. Yeah, Vince just ended up hitting that one straight into the hands of Peter Siddle. Thornton, though, taking the 2 wickets. Jordan Silk, too, that is true. Dan Christian can hit a long ball. Now, where's Agar, I should say, back into the bowling attack. So they haven't gone to Peter Siddle yet. Very strategic. Final ball of the power search. Final over of the power play. Dan Christian can also hit them big. I remember the Gabba 6. He's a very handy man. And I was like, sorry, Hamish. Hamish Beers got me fingers moving more than Marnus in between balls, says Elon. And that man certainly moves. Marnus. Although I don't know who's worse, him or Steve Smith. I think Steve Smith to an extent. Dan Christian, you always end up just seeing him strapping like the wrist type thing. He takes the wrist strap off, goes, yep, Velcro still works like it did a minute ago. We'll put that back on. And then ready to go again. I really should have brought a cricket ball because I feel like that would have been quite a cool one to add to the commentary side of things with the presentation of the scene. And I was like, you skip really? Or reality, says Sebastian. And we did read out Emmanuel's about to do the Donald Duck. I just don't think it's shush. Oh no, Emmanuel's actually shush. Oh, that's going to go away to the boundary. 4 runs there. Yeah, 11 runs so far off him. Just talking about the Englishman. That kid had a cool hat in the crowd. It was one of those ones that you click the buttons and then the ears go up and down. Need to get me one of those. That wasn't the best shot. It's going to work out for Philippi. Siddle's not going to be able to get to that one, and it will be another 4 runs. Steve Smith is a cheat, but it's because he's on coke. He has no one. How has no one realised it's one of the ninth, or it's on the ninth wonder of the world or something? Says Elon. Interesting. Never realised that. I know he loves himself some M&Ms, and also he has a little bit of late night Cadbury chocolate after he's had a good innings. But yeah, who knows what these fellows get up to in their spare time. Another short ball. Nice shot from Philippi. Going off for Hose. The best throw. And also Elon Steve Smith is not a cheater, bro. Well, it has been confirmed with the old scenario, but not in terms of cocaine. That's not proven. That's just hearsay at this point. But one more ball of the Wes Agar over. He's been expensive. It's going to be straight back to him. Well fielded into the over, into the power play as well. And it will be 24 for 2 now for the Adelaide Strikers. Or for the Sydney Sixers, depending on what way you do look at it. How many did the Strikers have after their power play? I think it was about more. Few more runs on the board for the men in blue. Oh, sorry, that was very loud, but I don't think it's quite Rashid Khan yet. That still looks like Matt Short going to be bowling again, but they've got Peter Siddle and they've also got Rashid Khan. Who's it going to be? There's a group of people dressed as bananas. And also a few Santas as well. But Matty Short only went for the 6 runs of his first over. Well played, Hamish. Things may get a little wild myself, says Elon there. And Steve Smith is most definitely a cheater. Even the Aussies can confirm it, says Sebastian. And also Matt Short has a shorter than my grandpa. What are we talking about there, Emmanuel? And also Elon Steve Smith is a good batsman, bro. There's no denying he's a good batsman. But, there's just the things that happened, didn't they? Overall, unfortunately for him. Apparently the crowd are very loud. That group of bananas are absolutely loving it at the moment. For the leg side. A little bit of a misfield from Rashid Khan. There was a very loud notification from the Hobart Hurricanes. 4.4 overs down. It's actually been going very quickly. And also you skip Lockie and Imagination. Interesting, Chish. I will quickly have to say I apologize for what Sebastian is about to say to you, because I assume he's got a zinger lined up that he's been waiting to use for a while, and you've just now given him that opportunity to express himself. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Absolutely play it how it is. Steve Smith is a brilliant batsman. However, he did cheat. No offense, New Zealand. Yeah. At the end of the day, brilliant batsman. Oh, that's chippy. Is that gonna? Yeah, just a little pop down the ground. They're going to get 2 runs. That is actually a very good, cheeky shot. 2 for 31 now. Or the Sydney Sixers. Now, Peter Siddle looks like he's about to come into the bowling attack. Another good over from Short, though. Got the 7 runs off it. A little bit of footloose being played at Adelaide Oval. Where's DJ Sue when you need her? fire-ups and tracks with a little bit of the wiki fresh stuff. Arabindo and Sebastian says Greg. Siddle making his way back to his mark. I don't know why, but as soon as you see rip into him, the first thing I thought of was KFC. I have no idea why, but it just seemed DJ who? Irish DJ Sue, the 75-year-old woman who was DJing the Thunder game last night. She was ripping them shredding tracks. I don't know what the DJ say that's supposed to be cool. It was a lit performance from the gal. Yes. Oh, we get Kester Lane has got an arrow pointing to the side. No, it's not. It's a hype of commas and then a minus and then the plus. And just in case Sebastian didn't get it the first time, he decided to put it again there from Shish. That was 169.6. 9 months prediction there. I see it done once again now. A very economical bowler, which they use very well. He's another player who was close to retirement, but then it seems to be currently when you think you're close to retirement, you've still got another 2 or so years left in you. Siddle, he's not as quick as he used to be. Definitely not when he bowls that slower ball like he's just delivered. Enriquez unable to get onto it. Philippe at non-strikers in 15 off 13 currently for the amount that he's sitting on. Just that slow ball, almost in, I believe it was actually the lead cutter there from Peter Siddle. Enriquez tries to play at that one. It was a good drive. And I was about Hamish, Skip, Mumsy, and George. There. And Peter Siddle could keep cracking on until he's 85. Giving me real Jimmy Anderson vibes, Peter Siddle does. Maybe not quite at the international level like Jimmy Anderson still is, but Siddle's bowling in T20. He's forever evolving his game because he knows he's not as quick as he used to be, so he has to use strategy, and he uses it extremely well. Like they've just said, even though it was a full toss going onto middle and leg stump, because he changes up his pace so much, makes it extremely tough to work out where that ball's actually going to be going from Siddle and how quickly it's going to hit you when it does go your way. But Siddle, final ball of his over, only gone for the 2 runs so far. Philippe, sit away to the leg side. Nicely fielded by De Grono, and that's going to be the end of the over. Only the 3 runs off it. The pressure starts to build more for the Sixers, who now sit $10 underdogs. And it is 2 for 34. And as I found whole World Cup personally best ever from viewing point of view entertainment. And as I'm one of those that hates football, always watches World Cup. Messi deserves this. Just got a feeling France, very nasty they win, says Elon. And yeah, it seems to be, some people have loved this World Cup. Some people have not enjoyed it, but I think it just depends on how you're kind of looking at it. We've seen a huge amount of upsets, which is always good for the competition. Showing Brody Couch's catch last night. Hit it off his shin, then hit it into his shoulder, and then also took a one-handed catch. A very good catch from Brody Couch. And also for the Sixers, not looking good. Says 18 year currently. They need a big, probably couple overs before the 10th. Now Rashid Khan's coming into the bowling attack. His best figures in the BBL, 6 for 17 runs. You can get anywhere near that today. He'd be a very happy man. But Philippe needs to try and read the way that the ball is spinning. We did see actually Rashid Khan in action relatively recently, bowling to Brian Lara. And also about Hamish, Skip, Mumsy, and George. I'm not too sure what you mean there. For that one, Shish. Skip them in the vlog or in general, or skip with them? We do have skipping rope somewhere. Maybe we do a skipping challenge. Is that what you like, Shish? Something along those lines. Enrique's on strike. Rashid Khan, he went for the single early on. And yes, I can see Mr. Bean and Rashid. You can see the Mr. Bean. And shoosh. Hey, you're spoiling my YouTube experience. It's going to go like 2 meters, just not quite able to get that throw away like he needed. But yeah, I don't know what it is about him, but it just looks like there's just that little tiny bit of Rowan Atkinson in him. Maybe it's not so much Mr. Bean, but Rowan Atkinson. Something about Rashid Khan. It might be the nose, but it's something about the way that his face is laid out that makes me think of Mr. Bean. The excited, that was actually the wrong one from Rashid. Just goes for the single again. And I was looking at Brody Couch. Thought he was diving onto his couch last night, says Greg Martin. He took a couple incredible catches. For a 13th man as well, I think that made it just that little bit more impressive. But I've had to make some changes after that first game. They decided to have those rules. Oh, Philippi went for him there. Going to be just short. Does field it well, though. Jake Weatherall keeps it to the 1. And Rex moves on to 10 off 13. Philippi 18 off 16 now with the strike. Once again, rocks onto the back foot for Philippi. Might sneak 2 here. Yes, they do. Which will not make Rashid too impressed. We got that in the chat. And also, hi, J or GHIJ VBJIK VJKO. I don't think I could have said it any better myself, mate. I feel like you've really banged it on the head there. You make some good points, of course. It's a little bit, I can see the positives and negatives of what you said there, but overall, don't know what you're talking about, really. That is going to be the end of the over for Rashid Khan. Goes for the 6 runs off it. Mr. Squiggles, says Jay. 7 overs has flown by. I think it's because I'm sitting on a couch. Like, I could sit back and relax here with my lamb arm and my little arm. It just looks so different. It's the angle, I swear. Like, even if it was something else, which some of you are insinuating, it wouldn't get to this stage if it happened like that, would it? And I was like, hi, Kimmy, tomorrow Brisbane Heat will beat the Melbourne Renegades. Take my words. I think he said he likes your arm. I mean, it's 2 runs a ball. It is possible. Says Aiden and Hamish, Eli and Sebastian. Argentina deserved the win for the World Cup 2022 because of Messi last World Cup. My favourite team is Morocco. Lose France, but Morocco win the World Cup for the first time. There's going to be worked away to the left side. Colin de Gronholm actually in the bowling attack now. Just talking to Dan Christian. At the moment, they want to get to a decent position in this game. Take their power surge. And then go from there. And Ryan Hamish will get arrested if he takes your word, says Emmanuel there. I don't actually have a Brisbane Heat or a Melbourne Renegades cap. We've got a Melbourne Stars one, because I did buy it for my mum last year. And also a Hobart Hurricanes one is the other one that we've got. But eventually maybe having like all of them along the back of the seats. I feel like the couch is a lot more casual, but it's also a lot more comfy. So it's one of those double-edged swords, nicely hit straight to Peter Siddle at cover. No run taken. De Gronholm currently going for 3 runs of his first 4 balls. I think the big thing here for De Gronholm, like I said, variety is key. Can't bowl the same ball over and over. It's going to be hit out through cover. 2 well struck. 4 more runs there. Nicely done. Henriques hits it to the boundary. 15 off 16 deliveries now. Sydney Sixers, they're still sitting $11 underdogs. But there's a possibility. I'm just going to put my hand over my extremely small right arm compared to the left, which I'm currently pushing out so that it looks bigger. Catching, no, it's short by about 5 bounces. It'll be the end of the over. He's gone for 8 runs there, Colin the Grono. Sixers need to get a move on. Yeah. They're going to need a big power surge, and they're going to need probably these next 2 overs to be pretty large, because after 10 overs, the other side, the Adelaide Strikers, they were about 84 runs on the board. So they're currently quite far below par. I think both of my parents are still up, but neither of them are on this couch. I must not be paying them enough. Should I offer them a pay rise? One moment. Why did my mum send me a picture of a sheep? I put earlier on, is Sarah or Dad coming back on the live stream? She put no. I put O with a sad face, and then she just sent a picture of a sheep. I'm not sure I understand the analogy. Was it roasted? Nah, it's just a plain old sheep emoji. My mum's hipper than I am. I think if Philippe and Moses stay and the Sixers win, big swing there. So they might be able to get back. No, they just take the 1 there. Good job in the deep, cutting that ball off. Hamish, these couches look so good. Says Cody. It is quite comfy. To be honest, the Sixers need to play well to win now, says Cause. And Hamish is a funny person too, and personality. I like that guy, says Shish. Cheers. I feel like I actually, overall, I don't know where I was going with that, but I think you'll find from the very start of us doing YouTube, like, I don't think my personality's changed too much. It's just more I say more words now. So it sneaks in a little bit more. Oh, Barry! Sorry. She can't be able to get himself the wicket. I was so calm for a second. And then it's just gone straight through him. My dad's in the dining room, apparently. My mum's just told me to send him a message now. It was a great ball. Marajid, game over. And a duck there from Emmanuel. And also Hamish Rasni is very near to come because Shish is back. Says Goading. And also we get the Emmanuel has said 6 need. Says Emmanuel. The only downside of the couch, I'll say, compared to my chair, is with me wearing these shorts, they're quite short, unfortunately. But like the back of your legs, people know this about leather things. Like your legs feel like they're going to stick to the seat, don't they? And it's a shame. You know? And also, unless there's still a miracle on the rise, says Aiden, is there a chance? Jordan Silk to the crease now. They need a lot more runs in a hurry, and plus, they still have the surge. That is true. There's still a small slither for the Sydney Sixers, but they need to get this partnership big. Philippe going out was a big hit. I think the TAB will feel the same. Rashid Khan, reverse sweep straight away. He's hit outside the line. Rashid was keen for it, but it was nowhere near the LBW. That will be the end of the over. 9 overs down now, 54 for 3. DRS, they could use a review if they want to. They won't, though, because that was not hitting the stumps. Looks like the Gronom's going to get another over. So they're saving Siddle, probably 1 for the power surge and then 1 for late in the game. In fact, he might even miss the power surge, Peter Siddle. They might instead decide to go with either Agar or maybe Matty Short and Mr. Bean wicket. It was. He would have been very happy. That's what he would have said when he got the wicket. Not actually, though. I can move the microphone closer since it's just me. There we go. How about that? That look all right? We go there. There we go. Lovely. And also, but I don't know what she said. There's shish decoding. Rono, 9 runs off him so far. Silk. The fact that he went for a reverse sweep straight away against Rashid Khan makes me think he's going to be playing a slightly fearless innings. He didn't get onto that great glove work there from behind Harry Nielsen. Yeah, it's a very good take. That easily could have been biased. And India versus Bangladesh Test match is live, bro. It is. It's a real shame. They aren't actually showing it here in New Zealand. And I'm very annoyed about it because I wanted to watch that Test match. But, yeah, they don't actually have anywhere to watch it here in New Zealand, unfortunately. 1.2 overs. Our surge may be taken relatively quickly here. Slow ball from the Gronholm. I think that one was only about 105 there for him. In fact, what we're going to do quickly is we're going to click on Bangladesh versus India. So they don't have the option of watching it on the TAB, unfortunately. They also don't have it on Sky or Spark, I don't think. Watch on Live Match is a JIO TV or Sony Palbro. I believe we don't have either of those options here in New Zealand, sadly. But if I had a VPN set up, I could possibly do it that way. And Golan is an utterly Kiwi name, though, in Sebastian. It is. It was my granddad's name. His last name was not the Gronholm, though. That's more of that Zimbabwean side of things coming in for the Gronholm. And Sony Powell is not is Sony Live. And also we have got there, Emmanuel, don't get my name ugly. It's not shush, it's the shish. Live match also available on Fox Sports, says shish. Oh, so an option of an Australian VPN might be on the cards at some stage. Another slower ball from the Gronholm. Fielded in the deep from where the road 2 runs taken. It's going to be halfway through this innings now. 3 for 64. They're about 20 runs behind what we saw the Adelaide Strikers sitting on. And New Zealand team is a very good team. Says Diarrhea. I feel like I'm saying that slightly wrong, aren't I? But good news is when they play up against New Zealand, India, we will be able to see all of the moments of that game. Super overseas 8 in India score is 278 for 5 wickets. So a pretty decent total building up here for the Indian side. Showing an ad for a type of beer, I believe it is, but Daddy was drinking one type of beer earlier on. We've also seen that my mum normally has her Heineken, different one. And I was reading that Aiden shooting hard, says Sebastian. And will we see the first super over tonight? Probably not, no. I don't think this is the game that we're going to see it. And Pajara scored is 90, bro. How many balls does he face? Because I know that he sometimes takes his time at the crease, which can be handy for India. But yeah, normally he's probably 90 off about, I'd say 207 balls, just a guess. The New Zealand team moves around Tom Latham and Williamson in the ODI, or he might be about 100 and maybe 170 balls. Somewhere around that mark. He is out on 90, bro. How many balls did he face in the end? And when will they take the surge? I think they want these two to be a little bit more set at the crease. So Silk might feel he needs another over before he's feeling it. And then they might take it relatively quickly while they've still got Henriques at the crease. Because I think he's one of the key players. 203 balls faced. Okay, I knew it would be around that 200 mark. What did I say? 207. That wasn't a bad guess at all. All right. Also, we have got there, you can't block on the tube. There's Emmanuel. Currently, the run rate 6.4. If you block Emmanuel, something really bad is going to happen. Ooh. 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 It's getting heated in here, isn't it? And you cover all BBL matches because you like it or timing is correct? Both. I like the competition. I love being able to watch it alongside you guys. And also, the time zone's pretty good for us here in New Zealand. Like the games finish at about 12:30 a.m. in the morning. If I wasn't doing the live streams for the matches, I'd probably still be watching them anyway. So it just makes sense. It's pretty much just a chilled out way to close out an evening and maybe a little bit more chilled out than some of the test match cricket commentary, which to an extent is hard to do because normally test match is pretty chilled in itself. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Get to chill here, watch a bit of sport. Only 65 runs for the Sixers. We're getting closer to the end. And embarrassing stuff from the Sixers. Should be ashamed of themselves, says Elon there. And Pajaro is the best test batsman. And I've got people you always have a bigger left arm. Looks about the same now, doesn't it? Wait, that looked like I was motioning something else. I was not. I was flexing this arm. Don't get that confused. What if I was ambidextrous? What would you say then, Jay? You know? Oh, I was losing wickets early when you're chasing a big total is hard to come back from. Says Sebastian. Nice pitched up delivery from Thornton. So moist. Says Jay. Like my mango was. Unfortunately, too moist because it was overripe and dog should have eaten it instead of me. I don't even have a dog either. Can dogs eat mangoes? Can dogs eat mangoes? It's full of vitamins. Yeah, dogs and puppies can eat a mango. And don't give me your excuse, please, pal. Says Elon there. And also India loses 6 wicket. Says Daira. And also, will Guptill start and playing 11 or Russell will play all matches? I think someone said that it's going to be Russell for the first 10 games or something, and then Martin Guptill comes in. Or something along those lines. I think it's a little bit of a rotational thing of once Russell leaves, then Guptill gets his chance. Thornton currently sitting 2 wickets taken. Short ball there. Was it over the head of Jordan Silk? No, just the dot ball. And did you bet on the Sixers or are they your team? Says Sebastian. And also, I am the real Anthony Milford. Oh, yeah. I thought that profile picture for a second was Julian Savia, to be honest with you, but I guess congratulations on your recent performance in the Rugby League World Cup, if it's actually you. That is. If it's not, then I guess hello to the random person who's made an Anthony Milford account. And also, you follow India cricket YouTubers or not? Not a huge amount of them. I don't really follow too many YouTube cricketers at all, really, to be honest. The only one I've been watching recently is a guy who sticks a GoPro on his head and plays the shots. And I've got a GoPro and I want to set it up so that I can do something like that. Although, because I'm from New Zealand, people would find it weird. Like county cricket in England, people do it all the time and it's just a normal thing. Whereas, like, yeah, with a small town, like my team, I don't even know if my teammates would want me to do it, let alone the opposition type thing. And that's something the real Anthony Milford would say, says Jay. Exactly right. And how does it feel to lose the World Cup final, Milf? Milf? I don't know whether Milf's a good nickname for him. It could mean something else, couldn't it? Your favourite team in cricket? Ooh, probably either New Zealand or Australia for test match wise, just because, or all formats probably New Zealand, but test match I do enjoy Australia. That's a big full toss from Peter Siddle. Bit of a misfield. I did take that power surge relatively quickly here, the Sydney Sixers. So this is an important couple overs for them because if they get this wrong, they're going to be quite far behind. It feels really good, says Sebastian. Oh, sorry, says Anthony to Sebastian. And I was like, you're a funny personality too, not just you, but you are a very nice-hearted person, says Shish. Appreciate that. I try my best to be nice to people. Sometimes I probably have too much patience with some people, but, you know, it is what it is. I always say it, like, I don't think I can actually look angry without smiling 5 seconds later. Like, my face just doesn't do it, and it's annoying. Because if I ever do need to be angry about something, which I can't think of something that I would need to be angry about, like, I'll just be sitting here trying to. That's the angry face, that one. Saying his vows, and Patricia's about to propose to you. Nah, he's waiting for Jessica to come back into the country, and then he's gonna handle his business. 17th of December on Australia versus South Africa Test match in Australia. Thursday, and maybe that's what the Kiwis thought of live streaming as well before you got it started. And now look at you, certified celebrity. Says Sebastian. It's funny you say that. I don't know whether I'll show. Do I show the picture? I guess I could show the picture. Pretty much today, I met up with a fella who's a fan of the Kiwi Lads YouTube channel. He's from Chile. Or he's living in Chile, but he's actually from just up the road about 30 minutes. And he came over, or he didn't come over. We actually met just on the main street of the town. And yeah, he gave me a Chile rugby kit, pretty much. So that's a picture of me and the man. His name's also Hamish. I don't know whether he'd want me to show this. I assume he'd be all right with it. But yeah, gave me a Chile kit, which is pretty awesome, really. So that is our second picture with someone who's a subscriber. Fun fact, we're adding to a collection. We're going to have a nice little collage soon. Although I didn't mean to propose to Hamish. There's shish there. And I don't give an F. I'm here for entertaining and observing high-level sports, something the Sixers are struggling with today, tragically. Also, MILFs, if yes, please always, says Elon there. And also, we have got there, you told us you were 25, remember? Says Jay. Oh, so hey, boy, bro. Says shish. Right, looks like Rashid Khan's going to get another over. Another good one from Peter Siddle, though. Already 12 overs down here in this match. It is absolutely flew by. And also, we get this up boss, Hamish and Hamish photo. Says Nate. But it's so cool hearing how someone from Chile or living in Chile, like, because we always, you have people from around the world saying, I'm watching from here, I'm watching from here. But to have someone actually, like, living somewhere else to then come and see you is pretty insane, really. I'm from a small town. That's in the air. Rashiddles Khan's just got a wicket, I believe it is. And that is going to be a very nice one. That's his second of the match. Gohan Reeks out. It was just cool photos. And, like, the thing is, there were people walking past on the footpath. They would have thought that I've just signed for some sort of, like, competition. Because it did look like I was holding up the kit on my football manager. So I don't know who the person was who was walking past. I've seen her before, but she'll be like, is he like doing something like relatively big? It's like, nah, I just sit in my lounge and talk to a camera. And a man from Chile comes to see me. It's crazy. Oh, so it was only one photo-ish. Or shish. And also there's it saying the hours of traveling. Says, no, I should mention he didn't just come to see me. He also was visiting family. He's here for about a month. He goes back on the 6th of January. But yeah, just like he said that if I need help with any of the Chilean names throughout the World Cup, he brought his wife with him. So she said, yep, I'll help you out with names. Chile taking USA spot at the World Cup, though. It was quite clutch or pretty clutch. What a legend, says Jay. And there was, oh, yeah. It's weird to get used to. And I don't think I'm going to have to get used to it. But I said that about the case the other day when we were up the road at the grocery shop and someone was like, hey, aren't you the Kiwi Lads? And I was like, hang on, no. Like, how's this happen? We're from our lounge. We've also got a photo with him. He had a big old New Zealand mullet, that man. And Six is ugly, the name. New South Wales, and today ours. Did he meet George? Well, I forgot to tell this part. Pretty much, me and George beforehand joked about how, like, if I was to somehow get kidnapped, because you never know, of course. Like, turned out he was an extremely nice guy, but you never know what you're getting yourself into. I did go alone. And, like, George actually drove past in his tractor down the main street. and he honked on the horn, and we waved, and then it was quite funny because the guy said, well, I said that was George, and he was like, is he the one who's normally drunk on the live streams? And I was like, yeah, pretty much. That's our George. He's drunk on life, George is. But he's drunk off sugar normally. And Sheikhan not leaking a huge amount of runs here. Argentina in the final, beating Croatia, looking like Messi. Christ, I was going to turn the Hoover on to suck the atmosphere out of the room. But Shish has got that covered. And in this tractor, classic George says, okay, yeah, the timing was immaculate. Like the fact that me and the guy and his wife were probably talking on the main street for about maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And that during that time, George went past. Yes, I had told him I was going to be meeting him at a certain time, but still had to do pretty well to get through. But George is much funnier than you, but I like your personality. I'll take it. I'll take the personality one. He's also loud, which is good. Other than when we're doing audio and he ends up kind of clipping. Sounds like Alex, says Anthony Milford there. No, it's Sebastopol. It's good stuff from Chile, good people from Chile, and a good friend. And also dated a girl from there. To me, they seem more like humble Kiwi, like Spanish. It makes, if that makes sense, says Elon. And he actually mentioned that he's played for the international Chile cricket team, which is quite cool. He said that he didn't expect that they were playing in it, and it was just like the weekend was coming up. And then he was told you're playing up against Argentina, Peru, and Brazil in a competition. But yeah, quite interesting. You learn a lot from talking to people, which is no surprise, really, I guess, for a lot of people when we talk about talking. But talk about talking. Good sentence. But, you just learn things and you take them in. I feel like because my memory is absolutely, I pride myself on my memory. Some of you guys will know this, that I try my best to be able to remember everything. So, like, I remember the guy's name from the supermarket a couple of weeks ago. I'll remember this guy's name for a long time, mainly because it's my own one, but I'll remember his last name as well. Remember the fact that he gave me the chili kit. It's all those little things that you remember. I'll probably remember what he's doing for Christmas for like 2 years. But single, no, they didn't get through for it. And also, George tells you, be careful in case he's a weirdo. George goes past stalking in his tractor. Yeah. I think we agreed, though, that because we're doing vlog footage, I think the comment was, if I was going to be in the process of being kidnapped while George drove past, he was to vlog it because it's good content and then do something about it. I think we agreed on that. Chilean cricket, that's where the big bucks lie, says Sebastian. And God, I'm about to give birth to that curry back soon. Wish me luck. Hang on, what type of curry was it, Elon? Harish, my best YouTube friend, says Shish there. And tractor cam could work. Skip my comments, says Shish. I came back to it. Don't worry, I'll get there in the end. I hope Shish was away helping the Grinch. Obviously not, says Nate. Grono currently sitting on 20 runs off his bowling. He did only get himself 7 with the bat in hand. Actually, only 39 more balls remaining. Slow ball, uppish there from Christian. Down into the deep, and Jake Weatherall once again keeps it to just a single. Nice work there from the Adelaide Strikers. Sorry, that was actually 2 runs. I just made that up that it was a single. It was a good throw, though. They've used the power surge. Trying to put the pressure on. Dan Christian went after that one. Didn't necessarily have to play it, but takes a single anyway. And what about Mumsy and George? Shush, says Anthony there. Even a professional rugby league player, per se, is getting in on the action. It's a wide ball once again. Misfield there from Peter Siddle. It races to the boundary. And I say, block me. And I see him on him, maybe. On him, maybe. I don't know. Although I don't think, because you're a moderator, Nate, maybe if you set it to all chat rather than live chat, you should still be able to see it. Join the chat by using shush. Shush. That's a hard one to say. That's actually quite the tongue twister, isn't it? I'm currently moving on the seat and it's going to be noisy. There you go. Mods to you all. And Anthony, don't call me shush. I block you then. And I was like, you better off hooker. Mills, you better off at hooker. Sorry. First boundary and 4 overs. Always use live chat. Says Jay. It looks like a decent hot dog or a donut or something. Oh, I'll tell you what, I was going to get some Chinese today. And it was such a shame. The place was closed, and it's been closed for the last like 3 or 4 days. Trust me, I would know. But I'm keen on getting a beef fried rice and a chicken fried noodles. Get them both. Picking a bit of both of them. And I was like, their shish has become the new Rajni today, says Mahak there in the chat. Thornton, he's been bowling well. Hit down the ground. Just going to miss the fielder, Rashid Khan. They just take the single again. Josh Philippi, I'm angry of his shot. He ended up getting bowled by Rashid. Hitting on to his own stump. Live chat shows you the good stuff. Mammers, squiggles, hornbox, shish, everything. I'm coming for JMK's spot. And also didn't pass inspection by the sounds of it. Thornton. Big full toss. We've actually seen a lot of those, but they can actually be a very effective tool in T20 cricket, which I know sounds weird to say because full tosses normally don't work too well, definitely if they're too full. But they're not too bad. I feel like I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow and just work out the size. I feel like I'm going to have to so that they look the same size. Like straight. Look at that. That's the same, isn't it? Just the sleeves in a different place. Oh, that doesn't help. That made it look even thinner. I was like, you're just kidding me. Says she's just having some banterous behavior. You two are actually best buds, I think. Fist bump and whatnot. One of those homie G's, you know? You and Seb and Shish. What a combo, eh? You guys should do a podcast. That would be fantastic. The league side. Single taken. Hamish, everybody kidding me today. Why? Says Shish. I feel like everyone's in a very jokey, banterous mood, Shish. You know? You bring the best out of the people in terms of like their extra banter. You know? It's another one that rolls off the tongue a little bit, doesn't it? But also can be considered a tongue twister. And also we have got there. Now, I thoroughly agree with Elon. The Sixers didn't even make this competitive. Shambles of a first game of the new season. That's going to be given as a wide. Yeah, they need 18 runs per over. And Shish, I really like you. Says Mahak there. I think Thornton bowls about 145 or somewhere around there. So it's a handy speed in a T20 game, but it does mean if they find the edge and race away to the boundary, which is what the Sixers need here. They need a lot of boundaries in a row. That was a big full toss again. That was Mahak. You can be Shish's boyfriend and get out of here, Shish, and go get a horny hunch. What's a hunch? Anthony, I'm not too sure of the Samoan lingo for that one. I'm sure you'll be able to help me out. I was like, Jazz, I'm Indian get, or I'm Indian girl, says Mahak. Why are you joking around everyone? Says Shish. It's a great question, really. I haven't thought of a good answer. And that's what my dad's math teacher used to say. A good question deserves a good answer. I haven't got one for you, Shish, at the moment. We love banter, Shish. We do. It's all friend. One of those, you know, your brothers go and get a Subway or something, isn't it? Hard to tell if you are yet, says Jay. I can see the chat on my phone, and I've just seen how sad and lonely those handshakes look when I do them by myself. You know? Actually, I want to tell you, Shish is a real Rajni. Here's another ID, says Mark. Or is it a different person? Maybe. It's hard to tell, isn't it? And Ken Christian and Jordan, I just need to swing for the fences now. Says Aiden. Okay, Dan Christians just said, I need to try and hit every ball for 6. Is 100 in Antarctican language. I actually wrote a rap about Antarctica at high school. Myself and one of the other Kiwi lads, Isaac. It's a nice shot from Silk. 4 more runs on the board. Alan Ferguson fields that one. But, yeah, it was quite a banger, to say the very least. We were supposed to write it in the tune of the New Zealand national anthem, but we didn't, so we should have got a not achieved. But because it was that good, we still got excellent. Doesn't your left arm hurt now after coding? Or after coddling with your strong arm? No, not at all. It's still got, to be fair, it's pretty weak though. That's gone straight up in the air. It's going to fall down safe over the top, and it might race to the boundary. No, just keeps it in. Yeah, like I've noticed because I sat here or in that corner for about 2 years without doing a single physical activity, like just arms didn't work. Like I went to the gym the first time and I just couldn't lift anything. Couldn't even lift my towel. That's a lie. Well, by the end of it, it was quite hard to lift the arms. Jay, did you get that from the green drink you bought at the tuck shop? And then it's okay, Hamish. I may be sad and lonely, but I have a big right arm just like you. Inspirational. Absolutely. Mark and everyone is joking around me now. Why you didn't block? I'm annoyed about this. Says Shish. If we blocked everyone who was having a go at you, Shish, it would just be me and you left in the chat. So it might be unfortunate in a way that we limit our horizons. You know? Greenwood's all sold out. There's Jay. Only 27 balls left, 19 runs needed per over here. So that is a massive amount. I wish this game was a bit closer. It's a shot again. Through the gap. 4 more runs. That will be the 100 up. Silk's starting to find the momentum. I'm going to check the TAB odds again just to see what Jordan Silk's able to do here and try to time me out. Shish. This will be gold. Says Sebastian there. And Sixers are so bad. Yeah, hadn't been their best game ever. Were they slow starters last year as well, though? Maybe. Big Bash League at the moment. The odds of this one, $101 underdogs. That was close to plum. $101 to win this game. I mean, I have 7 cents in my account, but that's worth a cheeky 6 cents, isn't it? If it becomes available, which it's not at the moment. It is. Should I put a cent on the Sydney Sixers to win this game to make $1 back? Gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. Only gamble what you're willing to lose. Hence why I'm only gambling a cent, because I don't have a lot of money. I spent it all on a bloody mango. Oh, dot ball. It's time for Shish to go. And block same as Rajni says marking 4 overs left. Can Sixers reach the 185? It's going to be tough, man. Real tough. And you need a documentary about your life called Shush Shush. See Greg there. Right. The center's on. If we win $1, I'll buy another mango. How about that? Apparently they're having a bit of a boogie down at the ground. Bit of a party environment there. Must be hot wearing those suits though at this time of year. And also documentary, so lowbrow will make Patrick Starr look like a genius. Says Sebastian. Right, Rashid Khan back in the bowling attack. They're going to have to attack him. Not literally. They can't do that. Rashid's a nice bloke, but got to attack his bowling. It's either 6 or out here. Oh, leg side. Dan Christian doesn't get onto it. In fact, it was Jordan Silk. And they take the single. Oh, it's called as a wide. That's beneficial. 2 extra runs, requiring now 20 runs per over. This shouldn't happen. This shouldn't be a win for the Sixers. Should it? But as I make $1, drag down, nice little sweep, little bit of a misfield. They didn't get the single. Let's see, 2 in a row. Rashid Khan hasn't got that release quite right. Got to get that one flicking. Wow, that's, tell you what, if you're talking about what looks big on my right arm, my bone there is looking pretty prominent. Look at that. At the leg side, nice shot from Silk. Races to the boundary. That's going to be 4 runs now. As imagine, will make Patrick Star look like the second coming Stephen Hawking. There's Greg there. Another 4 runs, still needing 20 and over. That's the thing. Even having a dot ball and then a 4 is not enough here, which sounds incredible to say. They need over 3 runs a ball. Pretty much just boundaries after boundaries. Even if they got 6 sixes and an over, they would still need 40 runs of about 16 delivery. You know, when you do that, Matt, that's going to be the wicket as well. He's now out. I think I've lost a scent. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a shame, really. I would have loved to be able to get the scent, unless I can cash out. Can I? Suspended at the moment. Maybe I'll be able to cash out for myself and get my scent back. Jordan Silk, though, going to be dismissed. Rashid Khan gets his 3rd wicket of the BBL. Tried to play the slog sweep. Silk didn't get onto it the way that he needed to, and I was hucking everyone joking around me. But what bad I done for that, Hamish? Says Shish. That's a great question, really, because I don't know what it was originally that started having people turn against you. I think it was, I don't know what it would have been, Shish. What do you think it was that made people decide to chat with you in this manner? Okay, there's no longer the option to cash out. I think my scent is gone. Yeah, they've actually taken away the betting option for the Sydney Sixers to win. It's just more of the case of who's going to have the highest score now. So Jordan Silk at the top of the list, though. Hayden Kerr hits it down the ground. They get 1. Also, Shush, they all said that you smell funny. That will do it. That will create a bit of head butting. But normally followed by the eyes, you know, so you're all good. Really? How do you not give that out, right? Rashid's going to be going upstairs. They've got to here. Right. They've reviewed it. I was giving it out. I don't know whether I'm very wrong or not, but I think it was pretty close. It was a manual. There's Anthony there. Right, they're having high fives for the strikers. I think they think this is another one. It wasn't all Emmanuel's fault. Is Jay right? They're going to be checking this one to see if it's a fair delivery. Rashid Khan might have got himself his 4th wicket. Right, they've said it was the leg spinner. Was it spinning too far for Rashid Khan? Oh, yeah, no, actually, that's probably missing. I thought that was a lot closer to middle stump. And Hamish, if you can't stop that other time, I'll never come to your show again. That's it, says Shish. Although the thing is, Shish, it would be the same scenario as if I was to time everyone out. They would still end up coming back on different accounts. So it's more of the case of you are better off blocking them rather than me trying to time out every single viewer on our streams. Because or else then, like, that's the thing. It's very hard to time out everyone that we've got because they'll just come back with other accounts. You know? If that makes sense. Also by Shish, says Jay. I see Shish's message disappeared. Does someone time out Shish? Why don't you try and time Emmanuel out then? Is Anthony there? Another there. A bloke seemed like he needs 300 seconds. Oh, there's a little bug. Right, this is taking far too long to check the ball tracking. There's no bat on that. There's clear gap between bat and ball. Continue on. It's still missing the stump, so they might as well just speed along a little bit more. Rashid Khan was sure that it was out. He's going to be disappointed here. Umpire's call. Yeah, he'll be angry at the umpire for not giving it out. And cheers, their moderator of the month. Cheers, Jay Hayes. Right, Bruce is on screen. Given his not out. I probably shouldn't be an umpire, as I've just proven there. Yeah, they've actually said that maybe DRS was a little bit wrong there. She can't. The wrongin'. Nicely played by Dan Christian. Sweeps it away. Be the end of the over. 5 wickets down, 111 runs, and they will require 25 runs per over for the final 3 overs of this matchup. Remembering there's still a couple Peter Siddle overs when they need it. I believe Thornton's still got another. Wes Agar's an option, but he was a little bit expensive, although not that expensive compared to what we've seen for the Sydney Sixers bowlers. Okay, Dan Christian said he thought he was outside of the line. Get Hamish out there with the arm shield, says Anthony. Be a good idea. And Rashid Khan killed it regardless. What a bowler. Yeah, brilliant player. 3 wickets taken, 21 runs on the board. In fact, leg spinners today have had a good game because Naveed also did very nicely for himself. Right, Dan Christian on strike. Facing Peter Siddle. Bounces down the ground, decides to hit along the surface. They don't take 2. Okay. Seems like even with the run chase, they're starting to go a little bit more reserved. They don't want to risk getting bowled out and having their net run rate really destroyed here. There's a little bug again. I did not kill it, I swear. It was just there and I caught it and I'm going to release it out the window now. It's now outside. Peter Siddle, 8 runs off his 2.2 overs. Not doing too badly for himself here in this matchup. Very economical bowler. It's a short bouncer outside of off stump. Short ball, slower delivery, effective. Only another single. At this point, the strikers were 160. I need glasses, I think. I'm starting to get a little bit closer to not being able to read things. Like, I can't read, like, menus. When I'm looking at them, I have to look at them like this to be able to see it. That's a decent strike of the ball down the ground for a single. For Hayden Kerr, almost a misfield enough to get them 2, but they do just get 1. Right. They need 70 runs off 14 balls. That's not easy. Hey, it's another bug. Good ball from Siddle, well fielded from the veteran. And also a captain's knock here, like they're saying, doing very nicely with the ball in hand. Or I guess it's what would it be called if it's not a captain's knock? Because captain's knock is the bat. What would you call it? A captain's bowl? And also, what in the world are these Sixers are doing about as useless as a flavour lollipop? I'm sure there's a market for that, Elon. Somewhere around the world or somewhere around the country. A gag gift, or not a literal gag. Well, it depends. Some sort of gag gift to an extent, you could call it. Only one more ball left before we are possibly looking at about 35 runs per over needed. A 6 needed here. It's at the pad, Christian. He's going to take the slow single, and that will be the end of the over. 117 for 5. Ram Ranch's lolly of choice. Yep. I'm so much angry of that public, says Shish Singh. Jay is laughing. I think that's at the lollipop thingy, Shish, not yourself. That one. Yeah, I just showing there the Brisbane Heat versus Melbourne Renegades. I can play. Well, boy, I have learned, not learned a lot, but I've yawned a lot on this live stream. This couch is nice. Isn't it? You just lie down on the couch, chilling out, watching the cricket. This isn't as good as I thought it would be. I wish they happen again. I will block you. Shush. I explain why I couldn't block them all, Shish, because they will all literally just make other accounts still mathematically possible. That is true. Bowling. That's not now mathematically possible. Dan Christian has been bowled by Thornton. Gets himself his 3rd wicket of the day. I don't think I could do streams like this. This would be too difficult. Fall asleep down here. Not really. It's not really. I'm not in the right spot. Throat. You know when you feel like you've dislocated your neck? Ow. That just popped. And also we have got there still mathematically possible. Would you like a lollipop? Along there's a bag of them. And Christian 13 of 17 plus 1 deliveries. Touching himself, says Jay. Oh, touching myself, Jay. I'm off to the side. It was more for the modesty's sake because it does look like my wee is there. I had to change. I feel like I'm just getting more and more casual as this one goes on. Start touching yourself, says Finton. You know, I think I'd have to do that on a different website, wouldn't I? Thornton loves himself a no ball, says Anthony. And also the angle begs to differ, says Jay. Yeah, to be fair, when I had my hand here, it did look like it was there, didn't it? This is why I can't have nice things. Almost a run out. Needing 37. In fact, no, they need 40.8 runs per over. I think I've lost a cent, Jay, unfortunately. Not quite. That joke, relax, says Vinton in there. No, I knew it was a joke. Face would have been shocked if I started doing it, though, wouldn't it? I was like, it's okay. It's his left arm. I can't do any damage with it. Oh, that was down the leg side. That's going to be a wide. Nielsen's not happy with it. It is. So, yeah, the angle. The angle. It's all about the angle. This angle, if I push out heaps, I look like I got quite the Santa belly on me. Which I probably do to an extent. I don't exercise a huge amount. Since playing cricket, it's probably helped a little bit, but yeah. Exercise 2023, that'll be the plan, won't it? There's some hay on my sock. Bowling. Wicket again. Abbott's going to be gone for another duck. Thornton, we're going to have more ducks than sixes in this competition. Like they're saying, simple game plan, bowl on the stumps, see how it goes for you. He's got himself 4 already, Thornton. He's a good bowler for the Adelaide Strikers. I think he's going to be able to get a lot of wickets this year. Not just because he's got 4. Tata Abbott, says Desmate. In there. Desmate with a spinner. But he's not a mod. Interesting. We'll have to change that at some stage, Desmate, maybe. Only 7 wickets down at the moment. Bender Warshus. Getting ready to go here. He can hit a long ball, but I don't know whether or not he's actually going to go for it. And Dave mate is here. Like, are we supposed to be hiding? I could jump behind the couch, but it might not quite be as effective as planned. I'm in quite a comfy position at the moment. This couch, this is why I stream on a chair. Couches are too good to sit on. And Jay, my hand is just resting here. Nothing else. No funny business. Now he's not. Did he delete his message or did someone else delete his message? Going to be a single. Nicely done once again. Thornton, he's looking for that 5. He's got 2 balls to be able to do it. Walsh is sitting on 1 off 1, cursing on 3 off 3, so everyone going at a strike rate of 100. Only the 8 balls remaining. The Adelaide Strikers have just looked so much better when it comes to that bowling attack, though. And also with the bat in hand, they were able to create those partnerships. And now that's on the stumps at the leg side. Looks like they're just going to be picking up the 2 runs again. Matty Short got the golden cap, and I think we're going to see the golden cap for the bowling department as well. Got rid of imposter Daz as a Muppet, but a good Muppet. So it wasn't the real Daz mate, or it was the real Daz mate, but it wasn't. And also there was a fake one floating around a while back. Ah, interesting that he's found his way onto this one without the real Daz mate. Oh, swing there for Thornton. Last ball. Going to go for the 2 runs, and he will go for 20 runs off his 4 overs, 4 wickets. Well bowled. Wasn't the real one, says Sebastian. So lucky I didn't dive behind the couch then, wasn't it? What's behind the couch? I think there's a tripod, so you wouldn't want to sit up, land on that awkwardly, would you? It would probably cause a lot of pain to a region of the body that you don't want pain in. Just talking about Hose here. Maybe he was going to get a crack for bowling in the final over, but he won't. Not actually much of a bowler, but Peter Siddle certainly is one, and he's going to look and maybe pick up the last 3 wickets. He's actually yet to get one so far today, Peter Siddle, but it's the Washers on strike. Wide outside of off stump, hit out. Almost through cover. Nicely fielded. Just the one. Strikers have got quite a big dance crew. We're just kind of stepping, putting one hand in the air, then the other. Both extremely similar sized arms of all the individuals. I can relate. Siddle likes it, but it was going down leg a little bit, so he gives up on the shout. At this point, the strikers were 181 for 4. Of a difference between the 2 sides there. I'm just listening to Hose talk about the draft in this situation. Because the draft was weird because they had the draft and then everyone pretty much signed for the teams that they wanted to sign for anyway. So it kind of, I guess, didn't make a huge amount of sense, but only 3 balls left now. The Sixers to win this game, they're going to need about 60 runs off the last 3. Definitely doable. As long as there's about 50 no balls. Now let's get a streaker, says Elon. I mean, I'm the only one here, Elon, at this stage. So, big full toss from Siddle. Still wide. Oh, Maxie just saying about how they were saying, can we have a commentary in the field? And Maxie pretty much said, nah, you're all good. Probably shouldn't do that. And also, we have got there, let's get 2. There you go. Might as well make a party out of it, eh? Apparently 2 balls left. I'm very self-conscious about where my hand sits now. It's over there. And this one's here. Resting like this. I feel like I'm posing for some sort of cover of an album. Ramp shot. Decent. Over the top of the fielder. Thornton thought that it was his, but it does end up just carrying a little bit too far for him. Siddle currently sitting on 18 runs. 1 ball left. Oh, so 1 for each arm. My arm's going to become a meme at this point or some sort of running thing. I feel like they are. So I'm going to have to work the absolute daylights out of this one. Get it to the same size. And then I feel like the joke will just switch over. Shot. Good one down the ground from Kerr. They take the single. They take the 2. In fact, that's going to be the end of the game, and it is a win for the Adelaide Strikers. Siddle going 4 overs, 20 runs, not getting himself the wicket. I don't do memes, but I know a bloke that does, says Jay in there. I have to rotate the art. That looks, tell you what, that looks huge. I don't know. Compared to this one, it's the angle, I swear. Oh, so Jay loves banter lads. I'm all for it, but missed it. As was busy doing the white stuff. Can you fill me in, boys? Pretty much. Just the arms, really, on your strikers. It doesn't make sense. It just a stream same time tomorrow. That is the plan. Straight after cricket practice, we're heading home for the match between the Heat and the Renegades. That is the plan for tomorrow. It should be a good game. Hopefully, like I said, our plan is to cover 90% of the BBL. That's the original plan. Hopefully, we'll be able to stick with it throughout the season. I don't know how many games there are. I want to say there's like 60, so we'll try and get through at least 55. And also, cheers, Amish. Much appreciated, mate, says Jade. No worries at all. I'm going to go work out my left arm, doing, of course, weights and whatnot, nothing else. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, this just looks like I'm flexing, doesn't it? This looks weird. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I can't actually end the live stream from where I'm sitting here. It's actually over there that the button is. So I've actually got to go around the camera to the button and click it over the other side of the desk, pretty much. I was going to look for a cricket ball. Bowl, a bouncer. No, not a bouncer. The lounge can't do that. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And now you're going to get the awkward, like 5 seconds or so that I just have to stand up. I was going to do a nice transition. I was going to like try and slide off, but leather ain't sliding with my legs. Like I'm stuck here. And that's going to make some noises. Right. Show us your 6-pack, says Anthony. The only 6-pack I've got's in the fridge. And that's for a nice hot day, which I think we're going to have in the near future. But makes that noise. So that tells you all you need to know. Nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. I'm just going to take these off and I guess just walk around here, all right? We'll see you all later. You're going to need to zoom in on my crotch for a second. Can you still hear me? I'm still here. Deep down. Nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. This looks weird. Thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, that was the finger. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. That's really hard to do. Not a dislike, get it upwards. Leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all for the next one.